Okay, I'm recording.
So we were going to go fight the battle or confront the battle to fight the six, or is it six half dragons
Five of
called
them.
the five half dragons called the um uh, uh, they have a name.
Black Diamond Guard.
Black Diamond Guard, yeah. Okay, so we were going to fight them. Then Anon's girlfriend kind of interrupted us and said she had a plan. Anon's girlfriend said she had a plan. Somehow got us out to this tent. Me, the whole Motley Crest, and um, uh, Zane Krishnell, a high Argonaut. Zane Krishnell. So we're kind of conversating. A few of us kind of get suspicious of Anon's girlfriend, and he kind of starts snooping around, and the next thing you know, Anon gets stabbed in the back with a dagger, almost
Actually, it was a
dropping him.
katana.
Whatever. You said dagger.
Yeah.
Whatever. Um, he gets sneak attack from the back by a dagger
Katana.
and or katana, and then next thing you know, we're in this fight with this rogue assassin type person, one of the Black Diamond Guard.
For a point of inspiration or 100 gold, what color half dragon is she?
Silver? No,
Green.
green? Green?
Green.
All right. Sean and, well, Lucas and Bond, you get a point of inspiration or 100 gold if you're maxed out.
Okay.
You know I don't carry gold. I'll take the inspiration.
Well, you only get a choice if it's inspiration, but in the event that you're full on inspiration, you get 100 gold.
Nah,
But
I think
yeah,
I've
if you're
used my
not,
inspiration in this fight, so.
Yeah, I did too. So then, she was opposing as the silver dragon, but she's really a green dragon
well, she has abilities of
of a silver dragon.
steel dragons.
Yeah. Oh, steel. That's right, steel dragons.
She
And
has the
then,
shape shifting of a steel dragon, which is pretty much the best shape shifting in existence.
yeah, we got in a little scruffle before she ran out of the tent and shot a flare up into the air and said, "Y'all are all dead." Not knowing what that meant, we kind of tried to get the fuck out of here, but also tried to kill her in the process. Bond put some hurt in, Molly did some damage, Crixus did some damage to her, and then in about a round or two, next thing we know, we are dealing with all of the Black Diamond Guard. Every single one of them. As they come to play with us. Like we're their chew toys. The next thing we know, the ultimate Big Pappy comes burrowing through and wrecks some shit against a whole bunch of people. Just smashing with a pan here, smashing with the pan here. Oh, you think you damaged me? No. You think you damaged me with a crit? No, you didn't.
This
Your
is what
teammate
damage
takes
actually looks
yeah,
like.
yeah. Your teammate takes that damage, by the way. Activate
That's
rune.
cute.
Yeah, yeah. Um, as we all kind of try to get away, and hopefully Big Pappy doesn't sacrifice himself. That would be very sad. Uh, and then that's kind of where we're left at, where Zane Krishna got dominated. Crixus is kind of on the brink of death, even though he shouldn't be, because technically he never. When every time he got hit, he was supposed to have the mirror image, but we totally forgot about that. But that's okay.
But I did use it to bring him back to life to take away
Yeah,
one of them. So
yeah, one of them was taken away, so that's good. So we're trying to now get the hell out of here because there's a lot of uh, boss beings in this area, and we are not about to fight them all in one.
okay. All right. Well, with that, let me swap the music here, and we'll get back into it. So, By the way, I don't know if anybody here is a Linkin Park fan, but if you are, the music from last session, as well as the one I will continue to use, is just an epic rendition of a Linkin Park song.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I like Linkin Park. Who just joined? Oh, is that the boss?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is what was playing for like 3 hours last session.
It's a Linkin Park song.
Yeah,
Believe it or not.
It's not bad.
Nah. So now it is the rogue assassin's turn.
It is.
Just
So-
to be clear, I know you said it, but like, what is her build? Because you said it in the last one. I just didn't write it
It's
down.
assassin.
It's an assassin
Arcane
rogue mixed
Trickster.
with arcane trickster. Yeah.
But it's okay. So she's like level 24.
I mean, she doesn't have levels. She has a challenge rating.
Right.
But yes, her
it is
challenge
level-
rating is 24.
So, but you straight up told us she was a level 20 assassin rogue. Like whenever she stabbed a knot on.
Yes,
right?
because classes cannot go over level 20, but she does have a challenge rating, and that challenge rating is 24.
So she's a level 4 arcane trickster rogue and a level 20.
Not really. Again, NPCs work differently.
Yeah, but you made an entire character sheet for these folks. And
No, I didn't.
It-
This is not a character sheet. It's an NPC sheet.
Yeah, you said you made the character sheet and then switch it to an NPC sheet.
For some of them,
Some of them,
because it's
okay.
just easier that way
we're
to
getting lost in
calculate
the minutia
features.
of that.
But
Just
yes.
Go ahead and take your turn.
All right, so
do your
she
bullshit, DM.
she turns and she points her rifle at Crixus. When she does, Fulgur Mortis spouts in her direction. Lower your arms or lose them. He's mine. Let me roll a persuasion check for him.
Give me intimidation.
Actually, that would be more intimidation. That's a good point.
Ah. Maybe I said it didn't sound anything like Bleed It Out or like the old school classics.
Well,
Not very intimidating.
she
Use a
turns
luck
to her.
point, Fulgur Mortis.
Yeah, come on, Fulgur Mortis. Let's see if you have those.
Can I persuade him to be more persuasive? Can I give him the help action?
She says to him, "I'm sorry, brother, but I cannot resist a kill that stands right before me." And she's gonna take a shot. That was what I decided out of fairness I would give the chance of, but she's gonna take a shot. First, I have to roll a d20 to see. You have 2 copies left. What is that? An 8 or above means she hits a copy, I think. Sean, you're kind of the master of the mirror image.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I think it's 6, 8, 12.
Well,
I think it is.
19. So she's hitting a mirror image. So that's good.
I mean, Lee's here. You can ask him.
Yeah, sorry, I had my thing muted. I forgot.
He's like, he's alive.
It's like, I didn't know why the question was being directed at me. The man's here.
Because you're the one that uses mirror image the most, I just figured you'd have the quickest answer.
I actually didn't remember what how mirror image
Yeah,
works.
it's 6, 8, 11 are the numbers.
Okay. Well, she rolled a 21 on her attack roll. You feel the bullet, you feel the wind from the bullet next to your skull as it pierces one of your mirror images and destroys them. At this point, she just flies up and she's like, "Fine, brother. If you insist, I will go for an easier target." She is going to... What's her movement speed? She's going to fly 80 feet straight up in the air. And she
how
says...
high up in the air is she now? Because she was already.
She's
in
on the
air.
ground now.
Oh.
She was hiding behind that... See her next to. But she obviously is not hiding now. I'm gonna fly up and say, "Let's see which one of us is truly the greatest marksman." And she's making an attack at you. She is using her... Let's see, which one has she already used? She's gonna use
Trying to fly above the dark vision.
She's flying 80 feet straight up, so she can see over it.
Okay.
She's going at you with a venom shot
Yeah, it'd be a
With-
disadvantage.
with Eclipsion. What's the disadvantage for? Do you have something that
Foresight.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so she's going at you with Eclipsion.
Got disadvantage against bone.
Ooh. Does she have luck?
He does, but I think you've used two of her luck points so far.
I
Do you
have.
want to use the third one?
I think I will. Yeah, I think I will.
Okay, roll a
It's
disadvantage.
still with disadvantage.
I know. I'm aware.
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah.
Oh man.
Again, those rulings go both ways. It can be a detriment to
Yeah,
me
I
too,
know.
and it's
Mhm.
fair when it is. Let's see what happens.
Oh, it's a hit. Okay. Yes, 20 to hit. I'm gonna use evasion or
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge. Yep.
Okay.
The half this.
So, yep, and this was a venom shot. So I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
At advantage.
That's right. You have advantage on all saving throws. Granted, I don't understand how seeing
would
the
have-
future lets you resist poisons better, but you know, rules are rules.
I would have it anyways with my tokens of the dying
Departed. Yeah, that's true.
departed.
Okay, so because you resisted this damage, it's got a lot of odd numbers in here, so bear with me. It's gonna be really
Okay.
calculate this damage. So 19 of the 31 damage is piercing. So that 19 becomes 9.
Okay.
And then the force damage gets halved, so that's 3 for a total of 12. The necrotic damage only did 1, so that becomes 0. So you take no necrotic damage. And then the 5 becomes 2, so that becomes 13 damage, down from 31. It's a little complicated how you calculate resistances and stuff like that when have multiple types of damage. You did not pass on the venom shot, however. So
Wouldn't it still be halved because it's part of the attack?
yeah, no, this isn't about damage. Yes, it would be. So 3d6 poison
hold on,
damage.
1 second. I'm thinking. How many of those have I used today? Or used so far? Let me see. 1 second. You know what? I've only used 1. I will use a luck point to reroll that. Oh, what?
Bro, these are going to be some big hits that you're coming at your way. I would save them for when you need. Like, these are going to be some
Yeah,
saving
okay.
throws. Like, dominate
Yeah,
person
true.
and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true. Okay.
you're making an effect against a poison. I'm not going to say whether it does something extra or not, but sometimes
become-
poisons do. So
If you,
keep that in
if
mind.
you become poisoned, if that's what you're saying, so then he's going to have disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls?
No, maybe or more. You don't know, but keep in mind this save might not be against just damage. It's all only hint I'm gonna give
I'm
you.
gonna let Nick play his own character. I don't need the vaccine.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna use it. I've got 1 more, and I will save that for the absolute dire straits needed.
Okay.
Hold
Roll
on,
that
this
saving
should be
throw
at
again.
advantage. I'm gonna roll 1 more.
Okay.
There's a
Ooh.
23.
That passes. As the poison soaks into your body, and I'm gonna flavor this in a way that makes sense for somebody who's just really fucking lucky. The poison soaks into your body, and you feel your muscles starting to stiffen up, and you feel yourself fall, and you roll across the ground as you start to feel like you're paralyzed. But with that being said, along the exit wound of where you got grazed, it just so happened to where after you got shot, the blood that was carrying the poison through your circulatory system happens to be exactly the blood that bleeds out from your wound, causing this feelings to subside, and you're able to move. You would have been paralyzed if you'd failed that saving throw.
Yeah, let's go.
Bro, what kind of poison she makes that By the way, I'm just saying, we have now established there's a poison that exists in this world that can paralyze folks.
Well, it's an effect of her gun, so keep that in mind. And magic items can be acquired. It's almost like I gave each of them something that would be useful to all of you once you kill them.
paralysis gun. You were so mad about a paralysis wand with a low DC, and now you're gonna put paralysis guns in the game?
It's
Okay,
got
bro.
one shot that can do that. It's got one shot that can do that. Once per day, it can do that. So if you kill her, Bon, you just might be able to take Eclipsion from her. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
So, but you're good. Other than the damage that you took, you only took 3 more poison damage for a total of like 16 damage. So
What's
you're
that
fine.
total damage?
16. You took 16 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that could have been way worse.
Oh, that could have been.
It could have been way worse. And she didn't get sneak attack because foresight. So, anyway, yeah, that's gonna be the end of her turn. It is now Dinestra's turn. And what is she going to do? She looks at. Let's see. She's torn. She looks at Crixus, but then she also looks at Ajiaraja, her sister, and she seems undecisive. So I'm gonna roll a dice. On a 1 to 3, she's going after Crixus. On a 4, 5, or a 6, she's going after to support her sister. Luck is not on your side. I am very sorry. So she is. What is she gonna do?
This is tough considering this is his second game with this character, and it might die.
If so, I'm making a bugbear monk. It's on.
Oh hell!
Oh, this is interesting. Let's see. What am I gonna do here? I want a spell that does an attack roll, but what's a high damaging that involves an attack roll? Oh, I know what she's gonna do. She looks out at all of you and says, I'm not entirely sure where you think you're going. As she raises Cataclysmus into the air. I need to look up this item real quick. As the earth starts shaking, as trees begin to fall, as fissures begin to open, as the countryside begins to shake miles in every direction you can see as she activates Earthquake.
Well, I thought it was just Big Pappy had gas.
That too, he's just making it worse.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Was that targeted at me? Because I'm 60 feet in the air.
You're lucky, but no, she sees everybody trying to escape, and create a seismic disturbance at a point on the ground you can see within range. For the duration, an intense tremor rips through the ground in a 100-foot radius circle centered on that point, in contact with the ground in that area. Let's do this. All right. 100-foot. Jesus, that's big. How
If
can I
Krishnell
put
does
this?
get damaged, he does have to do another save to get rid of that dominate monster.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Is this a deck save?
It will be eventually. Where is everybody? Like, oh, I see where Lucas is.
So Lucas
okay.
is in the darkness.
And I'm also in the air.
Yes, you were lucky for that.
I should have used my ghost form and fucking hovered 10 foot above the air. Above in the air.
Where's Ajiaraja? Where is she? Oh crap, she's up here. Sorry, just trying to figure out exactly where I want to put this. You get it. You know, I think I like that. Yeah,
God, you're so
I think-
far off the map, Bond.
I know. I'm out there, dude.
I think I like this. So anybody who is on the ground
So
in
I
this
just-
area.
I just want to put it out there, right? Because fair is fair, right?
Okay.
Is she on the ground? Is Denistra?
Yes.
Okay. Just to put it out there, she is aiming this earthquake to include Bond, which goes straight through magical darkness to get that line of sight on him. Like, she should not be able to see through this black circle that I made for magical darkness. For her to, like, target him specifically way out there. I don't know if they got something to avoid that. I'm just putting that out there.
Let's see. Let's roll wisdom. See if she can
Oh, I don't have the
reason
ability to
his
remove my
location.
pointers.
Where was my turn in all this?
I don't think we've skipped you.
No,
I'm
yeah.
sure we
You're
haven't.
like way low on the.
We'll say we'll roll and see how well she does at deductive reasoning. Because while she might not be able to necessarily see him now, she has seen him since he started running. Let's see how well she can reason this. Yeah, I'm gonna say she can place this accurately enough.
Okay.
So, all right, dexterity saving throw from everybody on the ground.
That is less than half a Big Pappy.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's right on the cusp.
I'm gonna say it's half his. I'm gonna say it's half his space because
Okay.
like that little middle part kind of bows into
Why
it.
would Molly doesn't have to do a dexterity saving throw?
No, Molly doesn't have to.
We're
She's
so far gone.
she's way up there. No, but she's definitely aware of what's going on. But no, she does not have to do a dex save.
No.
So
20 anyway.
I'm sort so if a 30 doesn't pass, I'm gonna call bullshit. Okay.
Okay, a 30 will pass, man. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I don't. Wait, do I have the thing? Oh yeah, no, I
Let me
have.
calculate her.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I used one, so I'll mark that. Oh, well, I think Big Pappy's gonna be okay. I
Hey,
mean,
sorry, I'm just listening in, but is she casting Earthquake inside of the darkness spell?
Not centered on it.
she's
Yeah,
seeing
but I
through
mean-
the darkness to the other side of the darkness, though, to be able.
But
to,
she
like,
has seen his
specifically target
location
this.
at some point since he has moved.
Right, that's understandable. Like, but you know, I hate to just bounce in as a rules lawyer, but if you can't see through darkness, you can't see through darkness. Period. Like that's wrong. Sorry. My opinion. I'll mute myself again.
The center of it is right there. Would be where the center of it is. So it's not actually in the darkness that she's placing it.
Right, but
Yeah, I think he was talking about.
she's seeing the spot where it lands to place it there. Again, getting into the semantic, this DM's call.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
otherwise, we're gonna sit here and nitpick. We in the first round, fellas.
Yeah, we do. So Zane Krishnell does have to do a dexterity saving throw.
Yes, he does. And if he fails, he gets to roll again, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave it B because I'm pretty sure Big Pappy does not have the ability to fall through a fissure right now.
Depends how large the fissure is, but let's see. Almost passes.
Damn.
Almost passes.
No,
But he fails.
That's fine.
Alright, so with the earthquake, yeah, she's gonna open up some fissures, and 1d6 fissures open in locations chosen by the DM. So 3 fissures open.
I thought Earthquake was wider because doesn't it fit like miles worth of, like that's how you destroy cities with it.
As far as where the fissures can open, that is it.
Oh, it's within that.
Each is a
okay.
10 by 10 feet
Gotcha.
deep. So each fissure is... That doesn't make any sense. 10 by 10 feet deep, 10 feet wide. Okay, so a fissure, if it's 10 feet wide, that is not a 10-foot radius. That is like... No, that can't be right. There's no way a fissure is only like this big.
Well, it's just the start of an earthquake, man. It's not like it's going to be like this, like giant, path to the center of the earth.
Okay, well, one's getting put right there. Where a fissure open must make a dexterity saving throw. You succeeded on it, so I get 2 more fissures. And while Big Pappy obviously can't fall into one of these, he's physically too big, I'm still going to say he would have to roll to keep his balance, or he will fall prone in that spot.
These random fissures are popping up right on the players, is what
I
you're
would do the
saying.
same thing for you.
Okay, so are you gonna? So that's my thing, because it says the DM's discretion, and my curiosity would
Conflict
if we
of
were to do
interest.
that, we would
When you've used it in campaign 1, I've always made sure that the fissures opened up on enemy spaces.
Oh, okay, all right, fine, that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, what do I need to do with Big Pappy?
He's just knocked prone. He trips as his leg sinks into the hole. I'm gonna say that even though you don't have to roll for this, 1 fissure is gonna open up under you, Lucas. Just know if you fall, you're falling into a hole.
Okie dokie.
All right, and
So
that is
Jane
it.
Krishno fell into a hole. So is there no damage to that?
He would be falling 10 feet. So yes, there would be damage.
Oh, okay.
He would take. I
What was
know.
the
There
dex
has to be
save
something.
for, though?
I know to avoid falling into the hole. I know there's something I'm missing here because I know there's something in Earthquake that says like a damage modifier.
So is it anywhere on the map, or is it anywhere in the range of the earthquake? Because technically, where you place that 1 fissure where Big Pappy is, it's not even in the range of the earthquake.
Oh well, then I could just put it right here.
Yeah. I just wanted. Yeah, sorry. Ruling it, my bad.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
Again, I forget things. So I'm okay with being reminded.
I think me and you, after this fight and everything's done, need to come up with some homebrew rules of colossal sized Pappy just getting knocked prone, because this is the second time he's had just something knocked him prone. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm just ruling that
No,
they
no,
could just open
yeah,
it
no,
underneath a leg.
You're good. You're good. I'm saying future we might need to, or make it like, hey, if anybody's around him when he goes prone, like there needs to be another roll of saving throws, because again, it's colossal. It's bigger than Tarask falling to the ground.
Yeah, no, I get you. So, all right, well,
Future
that is going to be it. But at the end of each turn, you spend concentrating each creature in the ground in the area. Must make a dexterity on a failed save. The creature is knocked prone. Okay, so
Can I just
yeah, okay, cool.
Can I at least have an advantage to see if I get knocked prone as Big Pappy? Does that seem unreasonable?
No, not in this instance. If anything, I don't see why being large would give you any advantage in this instance. I would think it would be more of a
building.
Sure, but I would think it would be more of a detriment than anything. I'm just saying it's just straight.
Okay.
All right. Either way, even without the fissure, you'd still be having to roll from the earthquake and see whether you get knocked prone or not, as per the rules of the spell. So, all right, that will be the end of her turn, and just for good measure, because they're starting to feel like they might actually have to try a little bit, Marleatox is going to use one of her legendary actions, and she is going to cast Invisibility.
What, the rogue?
She's also an Arcane Trickster.
No, I was just confirming which one that is. You have a bunch of
Yeah.
names here that I'm not sure who's who.
Yeah, she's gonna cast Invisibility. So, and Big Pappy, it's your turn.
Well, old boy that took fall damage, did you make his save to see if you're still dominated?
Oh yeah, he has to roll again. Let me do that.
He's currently 10 feet underground.
He makes, what is this? This is a Wisdom save, right?
Yes.
And
And can
Yeah.
Lucas, hold on, can Lucas see him at all?
No, he's in a big hole in the ground.
Okay.
He rolled an 11, so he's still charmed. He's still dominated, but at the very least he can't do anything. He's just stuck in a hole now.
All
All right, Big Pappy, what you got?
Well, I've always said Big Pappy's more of a shield than he is a sword. So, can we get rid of some of the circles and things that we don't necessarily need?
Absolutely. I'll get rid of the black circle because I don't think we need that anymore, right? The smaller black circle, I mean.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave the small fissures because those are there. I'm going to leave the bigger black circle because that's still there. I'm going to leave that box because that's a force cage. But this cone I can get rid of because that was his roar. And that's gone. So we have it down to everything. I have to leave the purple because that's the magical darkness. Which, who was concentrating on that again? Lucas, right?
Lucas.
Okay.
I can say I was. I'm playing two characters. Okie dokes. So,
all right.
We never really gave an official amount of movement that Big Pappy has, and it's going to come into play here.
His movement speed goes up by 5 feet for every size category above large. So his movement was normally 30. At huge, it would be 35. At gargantuan, it would be 40. At colossal, it would be 45. He's got a movement speed of 45.
And what's my reach?
Your reach is
25.
20.
Or 20.
It's 20. A movement of 45 and a reach of 20.
Yeah, 45 movement. Feels like it should be more. Everything that we dealt with was large. Was like had a. What's a Tarrasque's movement speed? More than 45.
Yeah,
I can
but
look.
I think that's due to more than just its size, probably.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, but again, I'm being nitpicky. Okay, that's fine. How far am I from Crixus right now?
Actually, a Tarrasque only has a movement of 40.
Well, fuck that guy. Okay. I will move. I'm not going to move my character because I'm just going to do the math here. I will move 25 feet towards Crixus. That puts him within my reach. And he is in the air at the moment, correct?
Yes. Hey, Lee, how high in the air are you? I think it was like 60 feet, right?
Yeah, I think I did like 60 feet because I have like,
You are taller than that, so that is fine.
I'm literally gonna just put out my shield or frying pan or whatever, and I'm gonna just scoop him out of the air.
Move where you're moving, so you can illustrate all this.
So, well, okay, well that's why because I'm basically gonna start moving the opposite direction here momentarily.
You're gonna basically scoop him up from 20 feet away, though. Is what you're trying to do.
Yes, because I've
Okay.
got this giant frying pan that's literally just gonna come across, and like almost like a fly swatter, but gently, right? It's the PETA fly swatter.
Nope, just ding out of the air.
Scoop this dude up.
You're rehoming a little fighter.
And bring it into me, and I'm gonna just basically like get this dude cradled under one of his big flappy nipples.
I'm gonna say that would take essentially one of your attacks, if you will. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. All right, so now I've got my other 25 feet of movement, which would basically get me kind of back to where I'm at with another 5 feet.
So are you basically shielding him with the frying pan? Like he
Yeah,
has full cover
essentially.
right now?
He has 100% cover,
Cool.
and yeah, he's not shielded. He's shielded and nippled.
I'll just let you know, he's wearing heavy armor. He's very big. He's a big guy that's been exerting himself. Him holding you right up against yourself, it's musky. Just,
I'm gonna be
just so
honest,
you know.
between the two of us, the sweatier one is gonna be Big Pappy. Like he's got literal drops of perspiration that are the size of like, yeah, I could drown a family household with a sweat that comes off of his chest hair alone. All right. And by the way, Crix, I'm sorry, man. I hope you love the smell of sweat and bacon because it's like burnt rubber and bacon in there. Like that's it.
I just holler out, "What is bacon?"
But you, Crixus, you do feel like you're relatively safe at least. You've got 100% cover behind a massive wall of cast iron, so
Okay.
Did he fail that saving throw, or did he succeed that saving throw?
He failed, so he's in the he's prone and in the fissure
And still dominated.
and still dominated. So
God damn
he's
it.
in a 10-foot hole and dominated.
So
Gotcha.
this is one of the things where I need to know. Earthquake makes it difficult terrain. Again, it's a giant man. Is it still difficult terrain?
Yes.
Okay. So he's going to action dash, and if there's any attack of opportunities that need to happen this Big Pappy, you can take.
I need to know your path across that you are moving. So
I'm
illustrate that for
basically-
me.
Big Pappy saw that, hey, I did the thing. I
Hey,
guess
with
the
that
people
being
pissed.
said, if you stay outside of the big circle, it wouldn't be difficult terrain. So you could go around it.
No, he's going in it.
Okay?
He's going at it. Because Big Pappy's not a super smart guy. So he's in it. So
All right.
he's
The
gonna-
ground is like actively breaking apart underneath your feet.
Yeah, no, that's...
Go ahead.
Again, that's fine. He's just shimmying a little bit. Those nipples, those big old man titties are swaying. And then he's going to go, so 45 plus the 5 to come back additional. So that's 50 feet. Basically, the action dash, he has 50 feet of movement from where he's at, which is reduced to 25.
Okay?
So let's do 25 feet of movement. Oh man, which is really not much. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's just gonna go over here then. Yeah, we're gonna go right on the outskirts. I lied.
If you keep that circle in less than half your space, you can move uninhibited.
Yeah, he's just gonna go right up over here. I'm kind of doing this correctly. There we go. And then you can put Crixus literally on top of me. Or just right next to him so he can actually select his own character if he needs to.
I'll just put him right here, and we'll just know that in reality, he's right here. So,
Alright, and then I will use my bonus action to activate the Storm Rune.
okay.
So basically, he's going to bang his pan and shield together, and you're going to start to see an aura of lightning start to flicker, and his eyes will literally glaze over and do like that Storm from X-Men type of look. And Big Pappy's just going to say, you know, I don't know. Fight? No fight? To retreat? And he's just kind of looking at the rest of the group of like, what do we want to do? But his my main primary thing right now is guarding Crixus.
Okay.
In fact, hold on, actually. Actually, can I change? Correction, I'm gonna change something here if I can.
Sure.
Oh shit! No, I can't see him. Shit. No, I can't see Lucas because he's in magical darkness. Never mind. Disregard.
All right.
That's his turn.
Good deal. So it is now Ear Freak's turn. And this is where the janky shit kind of starts with this guy. So he has powerful build, and he's a huge creature, which means effectively he counts as a gargantuan creature. And by rules as written, you can grapple a creature one size larger than you. So he's going to try to grapple Big Pappy, even though Big Pappy's literally 4 times his size at the moment. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, Molly, even as a medium creature, could literally grapple a huge creature, and that's weird. So he's going to fly...
Okay.
He's going to fly over here. Wait, let me calculate his movement accurately. 5, 10, 15,
Hey, quick question,
20,
Gavin.
25, 30, 35, 40. Hold on 1 second. 45.
Yeah, you got
50, 55, 60,
If you want to,
65,
right, which you-
and he's going to do it from right here. He's going to look and say, "Big man, Where are you running? Fight me! And he's gonna try to do a grapple check against you. If you could give a athletics check, please.
So, quick question, or quick thing, Gavin. I would like the
What's
High
up?
Argonaut to go before me, so I'm going to hold my action and hold my turn to let High Argonaut go, and then I'll go, because I got to go do something real quick, and I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, no worries. Alright,
Do I have... Seems like it would, but don't think I do.
what, don't you have proficiency in athletics?
No, I do. I was seeing, like, if I have advantage on athletics, but I don't...
Wait, don't raging creatures have advantage on athletics checks?
I'm not raging.
I know, but I'm saying for me, who is raging.
Then, yes.
Oh my god, that's a good roll.
Pull up his character sheet and something else. I have advantage on a bunch of other stuff. Huh. I have a plus 11 to athletics with Big Pappy, but yet surprisingly, I don't have advantage. Where's my strength is? Oh yeah, okay.
It is technically possible for you to win this, but it
Oh.
would take a lot of luck.
I gotta get like a straight up nat 20 on this one. Alright, well. How about a nat 20?
Oh my freaking god!
You told me that's what I had to roll, so I just rolled it. Like, I would have done it if you hadn't told me that's what I needed.
Good thing
Okay.
that's recorded, 'cause no one's gonna-
I rolled a 30. You needed a nat 20.
No, I needed a 30 because it goes to in charge of the contestee, so to the defender. So yeah, 19,
Okay,
20.
well then
you should have
I
just told me I
was-
only was a 19, or else I wouldn't waste one of my nat 20s for the night.
Well, then I was lying, because this is what he actually rolled. I wanted to
Oh.
make you feel better, but
No, then
Um,
it still goes to me because it goes to the defender.
yeah. Congratulations. He tries
Get
to
out of my
grab
house.
you. He tries to grab you.
He's
and
humping my kneecap is what he's doing right now.
he grapples onto your leg and attempts to hold you firm, but you shake him off.
He's like a
and-
chihuahua in heat trying to get up on Big Pappy at the moment.
And he doesn't like that, so he's gonna just making it several attacks against you. He has 2 attacks left with his Jotun Claw gauntlets. Made those for you, Molly, by the way. If you can kill this guy, you got a nice little thing waiting for you. You notice he did the whole punch thing and turned big? You can do that one day. Kill this guy. Alright, so yeah, he's just going in with 2 more attacks. He's mad. He's going reckless, honestly. Yeah, he's going reckless.
Dokes.
Wait, why is it doing that wrong? Oh, here we go. So going reckless, and yeah. I need to know what type of damages you are resistant to at the moment.
All physical, so anything that is bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing.
Okay.
And along with fire and poison.
So not cold.
Not cold.
Okay. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, and having the piercing damage, you take 12 piercing damage, plus 6 more for 18 damage total.
All right,
6 of that is
just,
cold.
Just keep telling me the total for these rolls, and I'm going to add them all up so I can just put it in at one time. So
Okay.
How much total right now?
18 right
Okay.
now. He's going in with another attack with advantage.
Do you want me to go and make the con save?
Yes, please.
Okay. 21.
Not bad.
That's a pass. All right, good deal. He does hit you again. I need another con save, please.
Okay, how much damage?
Rolling it now. That is for a total of having the piercing damage. It goes down to 10. The cold damage, you take 6 for a total of 16 more points of damage. No, that doesn't
Yeah.
have the cold damage. That's right. So no, it's actually 23 more damage, not 16
So a total of 23.
from this attack.
Yes, that's what I was asking. Total for the
Yeah.
attack is what I'm going for here. Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
23.
And then you need another
That's-
con save?
Yep, another con save.
Okay. 19?
That'll work. Okay, as again, you start to feel this ice spreading across your body like it's trying to freeze you in place, but you shake off the effects, cracking the ice and sending a shower of frost down below you as you manage to not get frozen solid.
Okay.
And he's like, why won't you stay still? As he can tell, he's just getting mad. Well, he's already raging, but you can tell. Crixus, it is your turn.
sorry,
I will
then.
say, for the sake of you, to do something, you could, like, sneak out from behind the frying pan. Like,
that's
just
30.
peek out if you want to, I would imagine.
Yeah, so that was a total of, so,
I think it was like 39.
yeah, I did
wanna
the
say?
total, and then I added on to that, so he's at 79, or sorry, 71 wounds now for Big Pappy.
Okay. And you do know, Crixus, just to paint the picture, Earfreak is on your tail. He sees the biggest guy there. He himself already is like 30 feet tall. Granted, Big Pappy's like 3 times his size, but still. And he's in hot pursuit.
Yep. I'm going to use my dampening field to get 16 temporary health.
Okay.
There we go. And so I'm up in the air behind his frying pan that he's holding up in the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's basically holding it against you. I'm just assuming that with the shape of his armor, there would be cracks in the top that you might be able to squeeze through.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, it was never meant to, like, grapple him. It was literally to get him out. Like, I'm not restraining him, so he can still get around.
Yeah. There is a human-sized space at the edges that he could likely fit through if he needed to.
Sorry. Kid wanted to show me what book they had read. I'm like, yeah, that's great. I'm in the.
You know what you do when you're playing D&D? You smack the book out of their hands and say, "Tough shit, I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons." No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so I can just
Really?
peek out from behind the frying pan to take a ranged shot, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. If I can click on it, there we go.
And keep like half cover while you're at it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my hand mortar. I'm still hasted at this time, right?
You did not drop it.
He hasn't been hit. They've shot at him, but he hasn't been
Yeah.
hit.
Yeah, you have it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I get 3 attacks then. So, I can't see. Wait, is that? Only a hard. Okay. So I only a hard hand attack. All right. I think I'd rather go after her than Frigate. He's like full health, right?
I will say.
Yeah, and
there-
he's raging.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go after. I want to take somebody. I'm gonna go after Alaria Raija.
Aji or
God
Raija.
damn you and your hard to pronounce names.
The name's a soliloquy or whatever you call it, by the way. It's spelled the same backwards and forwards.
Doesn't make it easier to pronounce, my friend. Anyway. All right.
I will say that the one in front of y'all is that the one you're attacking? Oh yeah, it is. The one you're attacking.
Oh, yeah.
Let me
Archer,
make
right.
sure I have her AC correct before you roll the attack, because she is blade singing at the moment.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
She is
Okay.
concentrating on a spell that is currently dominating the High Argonauts, so that is good.
Okay. I'm having to reload in because it keeps like glitching.
Do you want me to roll your attack for you?
Yeah, could you roll the first attack for me while I load back in? This is like the third
This
time.
is just your hand mortar, right?
Yeah, it's like losing track of where my mouse is. So when I click on one spot, it's instead clicking on the spot below it.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Really weird.
Let's. Oh wow, I just rolled a crit for you. Normally I roll like shit for you guys.
All right, fucking sweet. Let's go. I
Like,
should-
ask them. I never roll good whenever I roll for other people.
And it's on the person that has the most amount of damage out of him. Azir Raja's got, like, the most damage.
So
Right,
let's-
her out of
oh,
existence.
why is
before
it
we leave.
freezing? Why is this
Ready?
freezing?
I'm coming in.
Oh,
I'm
there we go.
having- I'm having a lot of trouble. Like I updated when I was logged in as the DM, and then I switched over to not the DM. That's what I'm supposed to do, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do.
Like, I
So
thought I
it does
did
have
initially.
a reload score of 1 on the hand mortar. So you would, you would have to use your second attack to reload, unfortunately. Or you can use your hasted attack to reload.
No, it's my
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You have that magical feature on it that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's the artificer thing that I have on it. Infusion.
By the way, before you're thinking about it, Bon, he can only use it on his own weapon, that particular one. So
Yeah,
he
no, it's
can't
fine.
take the reload feature off of your sniper rifle.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's just for my sidearm, basically.
Yeah, so no, you're good. You can do a second attack. I forgot about that. So, you want me to roll it or you got it?
I think I'm back in, and yeah, I can click on stuff now.
Okay.
I just have to pull the map again.
Hey, can you get a Constitution saving throw from him? From her?
Oh yeah, she does need to make a concentration check.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, it's only with a DC of 13, but let's see. Let's see what happens.
That one.
Yeah, she definitely still has concentration. Without a doubt.
Oh, this is the crit, right? So, how do I make it a crit? Is it
It already rolled it as a crit.
okay? So if I roll this, it rolls crit damage.
Shit,
Oh.
he already rolled the damage on
I
him.
already rolled the damage, though.
Hey,
Oh.
But you can just leave that and roll again and see if you hit.
can
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
She is going to... Yeah, she's going to use her reaction to cast shield.
All right.
So she has an AC of, well, a lot. I can't give you the exact number.
It's fine. I'll just roll my third attack, my haste action on it. And it was in that one, so whatever.
And that is a misfire.
Alright, I got a reaction out of her.
Ooh.
And then I'm gonna go back behind cover.
When you make that shot, the barrel of your weapon completely cracks and spreads apart. You're going to need to fix that before you can
Oh,
fire
okay.
from it again.
hey
Gotcha.
Gavin,
That's fair.
What's up?
please remind me. Ajihara, because we started the thing off of the rogue chick, right? No. Ajihara, never mind. Sorry, I was trying to remember like if she'd used her reaction beforehand.
No,
but
I gotcha. I checked. She
Okay.
didn't.
I'm
That
pretty
second
sure.
attack you did, what? Did 23? Let me delete that. All right. Yeah. And with that, Aji Arise is just gonna say, all right, fuck this. I guess I have to try. And she's gonna use one of her legendary actions. No, this would be 2 of her legendary actions, and she's gonna cast Mirror Image. You look
So-
like you're thinking, Sean.
Yeah, we've got, just so I can kind of get an idea of people here, we got some people off the map. I know Molly has run so far off she's off the map. Where's a nod?
With Molly right next to her.
So they're like gone.
Yeah.
500 feet out.
At this point in my
Okay. No, that's fine.
What you gonna do?
My thing is I'm trying to understand where people are so we can coordinate getting the GTFO. But if that's the case,
Bond just needs to get something where he can like go straight up like DBZ Capsule Corp and just like throw a little ball and his car pops out of it.
Okay.
But yeah, so she's casting Mirror Image. I thought you were gonna say Counterspell, but that window has passed.
No, I don't even have my reaction up until this turn.
So, she has Mirror Image on, and that was 2 of her legendary actions. So, is going to.
Why did you skip my turn?
I didn't realize it was your turn. My bad. Sorry.
Give me a moment. My goodness, my man.
So that's why you were thinking, because it's your turn. Okay, I thought it was in like reaction to her taking legendary action. Never mind. Okay, I'm sorry, I got confused, as I often do when there's a bunch of things going on.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of things to keep up with. I'm with you.
What is that little? Oh, that was sorry. That's a fissure that's underneath you.
Mm-hmm.
You and Fulgur Mortis are both in the air, just so you know.
Probably bait Forgermogus in that fissure, considering he can only see your heat signature.
That's true. Keep in mind, he is blind to everything but people. He can see people, and that is it.
Okay, well, here's what I'm thinking. I'm going.
But he can see everything that people do, so keep that in mind.
Why do I want to roll this? So many fucking people that go in between us and them. Like, it's more like, how long do I want to wait until it becomes my turn again to actually like make this a thing? Try and coordinate with everybody, because we got like a shitload of stuff that's gonna go on in between us and them. Okay. So Lucas is going to basically go to where. Oh, can I move? Oops. Yeah. Lucas is going to go over to where Crixus was before. He's going to use his full movement to get into the frying pan nook of things over on Big Pappy to get some good cover. And he's going to just shout out to everybody, "We want to get out of here. Come to the Omega Pappy. He is the beacon of light to get the fuck out." And he is going to hold his action until enough people get to them.
Okay. All right. Are you inside of the frying pan?
I am wherever I can find the absolute most amount of cover. I'm under the nipple, I'm in the loincloth,
But you
or whatever.
were
Like,
inside of the frying pan to the point where you were trying to get 100% cover.
yes.
Okay. So we'll assume that you do. You would have 100% cover, so anything that like doesn't go around corners, you would be protected against.
And then, because, I don't know, it might come in handy, I will quicken a spell also, since I can continue to do that, and I will... nobody's down. I'll reapply my mirror image.
Use your action to reapply mirror image?
No, I will quicken a spell to reapply mirror image.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Because I can cast
and then
2
hold
spells
your
on a
action.
turn. And then I will say, because I'm holding the action, Magical Darkness drops. Because I'm holding a spell.
Yeah, it would.
Okay, so it is a good thing I dropped that circle.
What circle?
Yeah, the circle, the purple circle. I already dropped it.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm holding an action till anybody gets within arm's reach of Big Pappy, of whoever can make it to us.
And that spell you're holding, you're casting it now?
Yeah, in fact,
I would assume since you're concentrating on it, that means you're casting it now.
I'm going to go and say, because I'm just trying to do everything, even though I've got full cover here, I'll subtle cast.
That's what
the
that
thing.
means. If you hold a spell, that means you cast it at the time you hold it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I subtle cast it, even though I probably didn't need to, and then I quicken mirror image.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you were behind full cover when you cast it anyway, but if you want to be careful, then by all means.
Right now, I'm really trying to make sure that, this doesn't
Cautious.
go as far. Yeah, overly so.
Okay. So, that's your turn?
Yep, and so if anybody wants to get the GTFO, come to the PAPS. That's my turn.
Okay, with that, Fulgur Mortis is going to use one of his legendary actions. I've been using them sparingly because, again, they're toying with you. They're holding back. but it doesn't like that. What this is starting to look like. So he is going to.
Hey, Big Pappy's on a half spaces.
Yeah, technically, Big Pappy would need to be right there.
Okay.
Well, you
But-
still.
Then you need to be a size
Oh.
bigger.
Yeah, maybe one size bigger. That would solve a lot of these issues.
You're supposed to.
I'm like,
There it is. No, down one
Yes.
more. There it is.
Okay.
And then now put them over.
Up one spot there.
Oh,
No,
oh,
fits
is
all
that
the
it?
spaces.
Okay, that's all this
Yeah.
is. Okay, cool.
Okay. Well, he is going to use one of his legendary actions to just shoot at Big Pappy with a photon cannon. He's just gonna say, "Where you think you're going? Did we say this was over?" And he's gonna make an attack. That hits. This is not the legendary version. This is not the version that requires recharge. This is just him pointing at you and basically shooting a laser at you. So I will roll it in the chat and you tell me which of this you resist. It's a combination of lightning and radiant. Are you resistant to any of that?
Neither.
You take 44 points of damage
Okay.
as he just shoots you. And
At 44.
yep. And with that, it is now his turn. On his turn, you see him, and he takes his arms and just goes shring, flicks his arms like that, and these two blades, cybernetic blades, extend out of his arms. And he's just going to charge at you. So he is freaking fast as he activates the jets on his wings and flies straight at you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. And he gets right here. He goes straight up to Big Pappy's face, and he's just going in. As he's just laughing, like, just maniacally laughing as he just starts slashing. And he gets 4 attacks. So he's going in with 4 lightning slash attacks. That hits. You are resistant to slashing damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're going to take some resistance. You're going to have some resistance to this. So you take 25, but the 25 goes down to 12 in the slashing, plus 16 lightning for a total of 28 points of damage. He's going at you with a second attack. That hits. This next one is... The slashing damage gets halved to 20. Then you take 9 lightning damage for a total of 29. He's going at you with a third attack. That hits. The damage is... The 31 slashing goes down to 15, and then you take 6 lightning damage for a total of 21 from that attack. And then his fourth attack is... You see the blade retract back into his arm. He holds his palm out as you see fire begin to emanate from his palm, and he's going to blast you with a flamethrower for his fourth attack.
Okay.
So I need a dexterity saving throw. You can roll it, or I can roll it on you.
I'll just roll it.
Okay. Holy crap, you're the dexterous giant fat man. That's a success. So half damage, and then I think you're resistant to fire damage as well.
I am.
So I
I've
think
got
this
the feet of
will.
the fire giants.
So I think this will quarter it. But he does not know that you're resistant to that, so it's working in your favor. So the 31 becomes 15, and the 15 becomes 7. You take 7 fire damage from that.
Just throwing it out there, Big Pappy's got an AC of 28. He rolled to hit a 33, a 36, a 32, a 31. Like, how much is his bonus to hit?
Well, he's a CR 31 creature, so a lot. That's a hell of a proficiency bonus.
So it was a total of 85 damage you did to him in that turn, even with the resistances that Big Pappy has. Plus 85. So Big Pappy is almost down.
He has a proficiency bonus of 9.
So
For
Big
his
Pappy
challenge
has
rating.
13 hit points left.
Good thing that you had that resistance to all that fire damage, though, because that would have hurt a lot. But again, he doesn't know how resistant to you are to fire.
Big Pappy
He's
has
just
taken
attacking.
about 150 points of damage in this round.
So that will be the end of his turn. And Molly, you feel like you're, for the moment, safe, though it would not take them long to close the gap. You know that. I don't really know what you can or want to do, but
There's a teleportation circle
Give me
in the
something.
town that you guys are going to, so you can just keep on
Yeah,
trucking.
but like,
You've got a nod with you.
it's
You could
2
literally just
miles
take him.
away, just so you know. Every time he teleports, you go roughly like a third of a mile. Every time he teleports. It would take you 6 of those to get all the way to town. 6 dimension doors. That's why when you guys said you were just going to run to town, I'm like, okay, you can
Wow.
try.
Molly can, well, she can only teleport to enemies, so I don't know. I don't know.
But there's a range on that, and there's a limited number of uses per day that you can do that. So remember that fact.
Well,
You cannot do
I-
it every single turn.
I shouted my thing out to everybody so that everyone could hear, so.
At this point, it might be more feasible for Anand and Molly to escape the conventional way. They might be the only ones that have a chance to escape the normal way.
I mean, I'm not turning around.
Yep. Well then, y'all cooking.
What thing we can do?
You got a shitload
At
of
this
movement,
point-
too.
At this point, maybe you guys can hold them off for long enough for Anand and Molly to run to town.
Honestly, y'all are just buying us time. No.
Okay.
I mean, happy.
Okay, at this point, I'm just gonna say that Molly, if she wanted to, I mean, you have powerful build. You count as a large creature right now. A large creature can move a creature one size, or any creature can move a creature one size smaller than them without any impact on their movement speed. You could grab Anand like a football and keep running.
Literally has a knot by the scruff of his neck in one hand,
Also,
and his magic carpet rolled up in the other, and it's
As
just
a thing.
bounding down the fields.
well, their magic carpet has a movement speed of 40, which can be doubled if someone's actively using it to be 80. I don't know if
I think your movement speed's 45, 40?
Yeah, my is only 40.
You could
Oh.
use one of your attacks to grapple Anand and just carry him like a football under your arm if you
they
wanted to.
just use the flying carpet.
Yeah, I was like,
Because
we're
it's
using
Yeah,
this
the same
but
movement speed.
Anand is the one who's controlling the flying carpet at the moment.
Okay,
It is
Okay,
on
so-
it is on his turn
This
with the
is
flying
this is
carpet.
the way I
moves.
see it. Molly is holding the flying carpet from underneath while Anand sits on it, and she's like literally. Have y'all ever seen what is it? The Falling Meatballs movie? What was it? The animated
This
movie?
this is so janky.
Yeah,
We'll talk
follow
about
me,
this
Tom.
later, but in the moment I'll allow it.
Yeah, she's just literally carrying the flying carpet with a nod and just like bounding down, and she's like holding onto the carpet from underneath.
So essentially what you guys are doing is combining Molly's running with the carpets flying to superjet the freaking carpet to go faster. That's what it sounds like.
sure, why not?
This is so stupid, but okay. The D&D, everybody.
I know. Like,
This is so
Shot.
fucking stupid.
it's
Okay, sure.
partly cloudy with a saddle.
We're just gonna RP this and just say you've already moved 500 feet. We're gonna tally this, right? You got to move 3,000 feet to get to town. Okay, so let's keep track of this. How many feet are you moving on your turn? You movement speed is what? 45?
Mine's 40.
40? Okay,
And then the carpet's 40, but with
we'll have to wait till his turn.
right, but with somebody on it.
It can move 50 feet. The carpet actually has a movement speed of 50. I know that because it's 10 less than Lucas's broom.
their action dash, they can each, both her and Anon, can move 80 feet on their turn.
Yeah, that tracks. So
80 feet.
you've gone 500. You are now at 580. If somebody could please keep track of this math for me, I will not be able to do so. You got to get to 3,000 feet to make it to town. So you're at 580.
Really
All right.
that far away, the tomb of Colleen,
I mean-
was it really that far away from town?
This battle is happening that far away, where you guys
Oh,
are
okay.
now. And think about it, 2 miles isn't that far, especially when you have cars and
This
horses
is
and
what's
stuff.
happening. This is you with the magic flying
Yeah.
carpet.
Okay.
All right.
All
Now,
right, my
Bond,
turn.
what you got? She took a shot at you,
Oh, I know
so-
she did. I'm not.
but she's invisible at the
I
moment.
want.
With
can
that
High
being said,
Argonaut-
you know her
take it-
position. You could attack
Yeah.
her with disadvantage if you wanted
That's
to.
the way
I don't care
imagine
about
this
her.
scene going.
Okay.
I'm not worried about her.
It's
is
hard to
High Argonaut?
verbally
Can High
convey
Argonaut take
that.
his turn?
Hold
and then
on,
I take
hold
my
on one
turn?
second. Let me listen to Nick. What's up, Nick?
I said, can High Argonaut take his turn and then I take my turn, or is that not going to be allowed?
No, sorry.
Okay. Fuck. All right. Wow, she has a mirror fucking image. You know what? That's fine. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I wouldn't say I'd be able to see down there in that hole, would I? Probably not.
You know what? Let's leave this up to chance. Give me a perception check.
Hey, I'm sorry, I missed that. Bond, what are you doing, bud?
He's trying to get him out of the
fucking
hole.
High Argonaut.
Oh,
I'm trying to get him out of domination. I was just gonna shoot him to freaking knock some sense into him.
I'm gonna say self-perseverance. I'm holding a spell that is only gonna last until my next
Yeah.
turn.
Well, I plan on getting into Big Pappy's path of
Okay.
running, so he can scoop me
I
up.
tried to tell you how to play your game on the last turn, and
Yeah.
I was almost gonna screw you over. It's just
Yeah.
remind you of the fact you play your game.
So he has what, 45 foot of movement. So
Your
let's
judgment was spot on last turn, Nick. So
see. I know 45. So I gotta make it to right about here.
do I have time to go grab another Angry Orchard real quick?
Sure, why not?
All right, but I'll still be listening.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. So I can make it to there if I bonus action dash. And I still have 2 attacks. No, do I? Do I waste a potion of speed?
Can't tell you whether you should or not. I'm letting the cookie crumbles however it crumbles. Just know, the more hurt they get, the more they stop holding back.
Yeah, I think we're gonna throw one of them at there. Okay. So as I'm running past this hole, I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
5, and I'm gonna get to right here with my 30 movement speed, right?
So you're
But
not trying to
as
get him out
I'm-
of the hole?
As I'm running past the hole, I interact with objects, take out a whole hand grenade, and I throw it down the hole.
It's not really an interact with object thing.
Why wouldn't it be? I could take out my gun as an interact with object.
Oh no, yeah, no. You could just drop it as an interact with object, but you're not activating it.
As my action, no. One of my attacks will be to. Can I use
Oh,
an attack
yeah,
to
yeah,
throw
yeah.
a grenade and then shoot?
Yeah, yes, yeah. I did say that you can use that. a grenade is just an attack roll instead of a whole action.
Yeah,
I did say
yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant. I meant to interact with it, take it out, throw it down.
And that's one of your
that's
attacks
one
to
attack.
throw it. Okay,
Yeah,
I thought
one
you
of
were
my
saying you were
attacks
just gonna
to throw it.
drop it for free. And
No,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
no, it doesn't work that way.
No,
But yeah,
my
you can
bad.
you can
No, no.
attack with it. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw it at him. And so he's gonna take.
He has to make a dex save, right?
Yeah, he's got to make a dexterity saving throw, or he takes half, right?
Should be yes.
Okay, cool.
He passes that because he's a dex-based fighter that has a
That's
fuck ton
fine.
of
I
dex.
just need the damage. I don't care about how much damage.
Okay.
So that would be 5d6 radiant damage.
Oh, this is a holy hand grenade.
Yeah, this is a holy hand grenade. I don't have
Yeah.
any regular, I don't think.
Okay.
So he takes half of this.
7. So that's a wisdom. Well, it doesn't really matter. He makes a wisdom saving throw regardless.
Yeah, regardless.
So, yeah. Let
Against
me
your
add
DC.
that damage to him.
And the dude is still in a pit that I can't see, right?
Yes, that's correct. Oh, I forgot to add the fall damage to him as well from before. Took 6 fall damage, so he's at 79 wounds, and yeah, he makes a wisdom save. Let's see. I'm gonna see if he's got any features that would allow him Indomitable. What does Indomitable do?
Yeah, you get to re-roll saving throws.
Yeah, if you do, you must use the new roll. Okay. Twice
I
between
realize
long
he was
rest.
a
and-
fighter.
Roll a saving throw that you fail. Okay, so he's gonna use Indomitable on this if he fails.
Bro, I'm gonna say he would have used Indomitable last time because you should have 2 by now.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him roll it 2 more times and say he's used up 2 of his Indomitables. Oh, that's... Neither one of these are great, but we got one more. Oh!
Did you just roll that 20?
I just rolled a nat 20.
Yes, sir! Let's go!
For a total of this.
Which still would have failed, but it's a nat 20, so it succeeds regardless. Because it's a DC 27.
Let's
So-
go.
You hear him shout, Bon, what's going on?
Get out of the hole. We're going to Big Pappy. We're getting out of here. You just got dominated. Let's go.
So it literally takes a nat 20 for him to be able to succeed.
Let's succeed on that. Yeah.
But he got it. He got it.
Get it. He did get it.
So that's
At
2
least
of
he
him
got it.
of his Indomitables gone, because he is a 20th level fighter. Was that your turn, by the way, Bon? Want to make sure before I
No,
just
I have
jump the
one
gun.
more attack. I have
Okay.
one more attack.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna put my eyes on the person Algeria.
Aji Arija.
Yeah. And I'm gonna shoot her with the rifle shot. With a rifle shot. Advantage?
She's got a AC of 31 right now, just so you know.
Okay. Yeah, it misses. Whatever. Sweet.
She looks at you with the dirtiest glare as you fire that shot in her direction. You seem to have gotten her attention.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll be aight.
So-
I am more confident in my ability to survive one of her attacks than I am Zane Christian. Ooh. Never mind, I couldn't do that. Okay. Actually, ooh, no, I don't. I think I used my Action Surge. Damn it. Okay. I was gonna use my Action Surge. but
With
yeah,
that
I
shot,
used
she says, with my next spell, you're dead, and I will devour your soul.
it. Good luck, sweetheart. And that'll be the end of my turn.
She seemed very sure of that, by the way.
You don't
Oh,
have
yeah,
any
whatever.
movement?
So he's in a 10-foot hole, but
Yeah.
he's a fighter, and he is
Yeah,
very good at
need movement?
athletics.
I already moved all my
So-
full movement.
Did you bonus action hide or anything?
I bonus action dashed to where
Okay.
you are going to be able to get full movement and pick me up because of your reach. I did the calculations.
Okay.
So you'll be able to
Pick me up, scoop me up with the little pan.
I trust
and-
your math, little finger blaster.
Okay, all right. With that, the High Argonaut, he is going to try to dig his way out of this pit. Let me make an athletics check for him. He has proficiency, so despite not being a strength build, he's very good at athletics. So let's see. I'm just rolling to just generally see how it can climb out.
Acrobatics check to see if he can get out.
Well, it don't need to because I just rolled another nat 20.
Dude,
So-
all in nat 20s tonight. You rolled 3 nat 20s tonight. What?
So,
And all of
for
them
you
for
guys-
the home team. All of them for the home team.
So he's gonna climb out, and he is going to. He has a feeling. He is going to just acting on an instinct. He gets out of this. He runs over to you. He puts himself right here, and just goes and holds his arms out.
Okay.
And Anand, it is your turn.
I don't think Anand is here. Did Marte join us?
He's gonna hold his action for an intercept, by the way. Yeah, I don't think he joined us, but I assume he would probably use another dimension door.
Yeah, him and Molly are just bamfing every time.
So, yeah, he grabs the carpet. Molly's holding onto the carpet, so by connection, she would go with it. And he's gonna bamf another 500 feet, and then move another 580. If you could please add that to the distance calculation, please. They are another 580 feet closer to... No, he used his action to cast a spell. 550 feet closer to the town. I don't know who's keeping track of that. I'm not. Somebody please do that for me.
Yeah, we absolutely are doing that. We've got that here at the math headquarters, Gavin. We're writing down all the numbers.
Please, somebody do that for me. Thank you. So, alright, that was his turn. And it is now Aji Arija. So, she, because, she's smart and she knows what people have, she is going to fly 80 feet, kind of at an angle. So that is going to allow her to effectively move what is like 60 feet away and 40 feet in the air. So she's going like 60 feet this way, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and she's going 40 feet into the air. And she looks at you, Bon, and she says, I told you the next time I cast a spell, it would be your end. So I think it is time for me to go for the kill. And when she says the word kill, it echoes, cracks to the countryside. The ground vibrates as she echoes the spell.
Oh my god, he's at 99 hit points and you're gonna do this when they have to be less than 100? Fucking meta game, dude.
Exactly. Oh my god.
He's at
even
99
make a
hit points and you can
saving
use power word kill.
I can't even make a saving throw for this at all? This is insane.
Doesn't have one.
That's...
Dude, I'm at 99
Dude, the player
hit
knowledge
points.
versus character knowledge on this one's a little heavy-handed, you have to admit.
Yeah.
I see what
At
you're saying,
one
but
point-
it's what she would do.
My gosh. Dude, that's insane.
But the High Argonaut, he's not damaged enough. I was gonna have him take the spell for you, but he's not damaged enough. As you all see this, as she points at him,
Do I have... no, I have advantage on death saving throws. It should be fine. I thought that was something that I got.
And all of you see this happen. Lucas, you're watching.
I'm not dead, right? I'm not dead.
No.
I'm not...
No, it kills you. There's no
Oh,
saving throws.
shit.
You were dead. To the point that you had to be
Motherfucker,
resurrected.
dude. What?
Big Pappy
That's
sees this.
insane.
It's like time slows down.
Dude. Oh, I shot
As-
one bullet at her. I didn't even hit her. Like, I didn't even hit her. Like,
Yeah,
I
but
shot
you
one...
forgot the DM can see how much health you have.
Yeah, true.
Even if I couldn't, I would have done this anyway. I promise you that.
It'd be what it be.
Yeah, it is. It's what it is, man.
As you guys see Anand, or not Anand, but Bon drops. Molly feels it. She doesn't see it, but she feels it. Anand feels it. As she smiles, and she's already used all of her movement, but she starts to fly down in his direction, saying, "It's time to feed." And that will be the end of her turn. It is Marleya Tox's turn. And she's going to hold her action. Dinestra. She is going to... She's going to use her action to cast Dimension Door. As she brings herself up here. And she's going to place herself right here. As she licks her lips. Big Pappy, it's your turn.
So, let's see here on the movement speed of things. I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry, Nick. I absolutely feel freaking terrible doing that, but
It's all good.
I'm taking the gloves off.
Yeah.
You guys are resourceful. I trust that you'll be okay.
So, Big Pappy is going to come up here, which is going to take his action dash to do. I will say, as he comes up, yeah, he's gonna do it anyway. He has to. He had to use an action surge to make this happen. He had to use his action dash just to get up there. He has a second action surge that he's going to go ahead and burn. That he's going to use against Aijahara. Because he saw that happen. Whatever, are you sure?
Yeah. When he starts attacking her, she says, "Don't interrupt my meal!"
And without even meaning to, just a unconscious reaction, Big Pappy gets aroused by the word of meal.
Look at hilarious. Oh.
And he's going to take 4 attacks against Aijahara.
Okay.
Which probably is not going to do anything, but it's more just the fact that he would not stand by to watch this happen to one of his buds. And I'm going to be honest, Lucas seeing this go down, and he's pretty pissed off too. The first thing he's going to do is he's going to snap it. What was her AC? We said it before. 31?
Yeah. But she's had a turn since, so it would have gone away already.
Yeah, but you can still use it here for 31. Oh, man, I can make it where Big Pappy rolls a nat 17 and he still won't hit. Because that's a 30. If she uses her reaction again to cast shield. We're just going to do the thing. So Omega Pappy's going to try and hit her. Miss.
As she deftly flies out of the way and laughs.
Miss.
I will devour his soul, and you cannot stop me.
Yes. And would be a hit.
But she's gonna use her reaction to cast shield.
I cannot use my reaction because I'm using my reaction to use my held action. And on that note, all of us, because he brought Crixus with him, and that includes the High Argonaut, along with Bond, Lucas, and everybody else that's here, are gone. My held action was using Wish to cast Teleport. Makes it
Dinestra
instant.
is going to try to counterspell.
It was already cast because I cast it
Oh,
initially.
that's
and
right.
held it.
You did already cast it, so it can't
And I
be
subtle cast it to
counterspelled.
make absolutely certain it couldn't be counterspelled by people that could see heat signatures or something like that.
Clarify that it was
Oh man. Is that everybody? Is that everybody
That's
that just...
everybody in the field. The only people it doesn't include is Molly and Anad.
And where are you teleporting to?
Who would be the best person that I could get Bond revivified at in this moment? Because he's only been down for a few seconds. So even if it wasn't like a full resurrection, we could still pop him up.
Do any of you guys have Revivify? What about you, Crixus? Do you have Revivify? Lee, you there?
His mic is muted.
Sorry, I was muted, but I was looking for it. And yes, I can use Revivify on him.
I'm just gonna assume you guys would know that. Kitty
Okay.
cat! So really, all you gotta do is just get him somewhere long enough to for Crixus to cast Revivify. Keep in mind, this is a resurrection ritual. Normally you would get 2 chances, but if it's like with Revivify, you get 1. And you gotta move pretty quick to make it work.
Well, I mean, that's
But-
fine. The main thing is we're getting out of here, and I'm
Yeah.
telling people that this is what needs to happen. I'm going to say because I know where a lot of folks are for alliances back in Bond's territory, because that's also, correct me if I'm wrong, the Witch's Forest. Nightvine got teleported to move into Bond's domain, correct, for the
What-
wedding?
Yes, it is right. It is adjacent to your fortress.
I'm going to say we're going to go back to Bond's domain right on the outskirts of the forest. Because that's the only place I know in the forest that they wouldn't be able to chase right after us. That was the same thing when all the psionics were after us.
That's a good reasoning. I was wondering how you guys were going to handle that. Yeah, you appear and right at the edge of the Witch's Forest. I assume in that instance you would just drag everybody past the threshold. And Bond, you see he's laying there. There's Bond, Nick, you must be muted or something. We're not hearing you. Still not hearing
what's
you,
up?
dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
now
I'm
I can
back.
hear you.
My bad. Yeah. Muted. What's up?
As you see Bond sprawled out on the ground, there's no light in his eyes, no movement. He's not breathing, no heartbeat. However, Bond, I will say this. You find yourself standing on I want to say deserted island, but it's not really deserted, as you see almost like Nordic type, almost like Viking type architecture scattered around you with ships, and you look up into the sky and see purple clouds with large spreads of dinner tables out with these larger than life warriors who are clanking glasses. You're in the realm of Isgard, and what you're staring up at is Valhalla. As you find yourself here, you hear a familiar voice, and the voice says to you, I guess it was only a matter of time until you did something stupid enough to get yourself killed. And you turn around and see Raven. As she walks towards you and pulls you in and gives you a big hug.
Yeah, I give her the same.
And then she punches you in the face.
Yeah.
You're supposed to join.
Well, I promise you it wasn't about as dumb as you went out.
She
Yeah.
That was pretty stupid. Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
Raven looks at you and
exactly-
says, "Yeah, let's not talk about that." But I know Motley Crest. I'm gonna try my best to talk like how Brandon talks whenever he plays Raven. So I know Motley Crest, and I know that they will do whatever they can to bring you back to life. This reunion that we have will be short-lived. I believe it. And whatever it is that took you out, go back and kill that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you until they're dead.
I'm happy I get to say to this again, and I look forward to saying it again when I meet you here. Aye, aye, Captain.
He or she puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "There has never been any more worthy of the title of captain of the Dragon's Horizon than you."
That means the world to me, Captain.
I want everybody here. Crixus, I assume you were going to cast Revivify.
Yep.
I want
to-
everybody here
Oh, okay.
to. I'm going to roll a DC for this resurrection ritual.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I have the DC, and I am not going to tell you what it is until after the fact. So, 2 people can provide some sort of meaningful contribution to this resurrection ritual. Any 2 people can step forward. It can be leaving something, material sacrifice, words of encouragement, whatever it is that you want to give. I will rate it on a scale of 0 to 2, and I will add it to your bonus, or Crixus's bonus, on the spellcasting ability check to bring him to life.
I volunteer as tribute.
Go ahead.
By the way, I just want to put it out there. I would like to imagine that as Big Pappy was charging towards really, because again, he's more defense than he is offense, to getting Bond, and he was just smacking at Anijah.
Ajiraja.
God damn, I'm so glad I cast that wish to make names like that don't exist anymore.
We can go.
As long as they're not too strong, it works.
I would like to say, like, he had so much momentum, like, he has already breached into the forest because there's just no stopping him, and he's also never been to the Witch's Forest, so he's just like, he didn't know that this spell was happening, he just knew something was happening, so he's just like, literally
So
running
he
into trees.
literally hits the ground running as he,
Yeah, he just gets
until somebody
teleported and
tells
out-
him to stop.
Essentially.
Yeah.
So this is also happening while all these events are going on, just throwing that out there.
Gotcha. So you would have breached the perimeter of that forest like a second after teleporting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So make your contribution, and I'll grade it.
Lucas will
Hold on. Actually, we need a change of music for this,
sure.
and then I'll let you get around to it.
Let's make it sad.
The Astral Garrison. I like the way this sounds. I've never played this particular song before, but we'll. All right, go ahead.
Bon, I'm gonna just be honest with you. This is bullshit. You know it's bullshit. I know it's bullshit. I finally got my wife back, and now you're gonna die. No, this is not how this is gonna work. This is bullshit. I told Anad I'm gonna tell you we will burn this world together and roast marshmallows, but we will do it together. Do not think you have any right to me to die on me right now.
All right, I'm going to rate that at a 2. Anybody else?
Come on, somebody give me something to work with.
Basically, you are trying your best to pull his soul back to his body. He can
Well,
still hear you.
I mean,
And Bond, you
essentially,
hear
it's-
everything that they're
Everyone's
saying
close
right
to
now.
him.
As
It's-
you're with Raven, you hear every word that they're saying.
Are there any of you close to him?
The only other person, mechanically speaking, right now is Kelly, because Nick is out. Bond is playing, or sorry, not Bond. Lee is playing a different character. Marte's not here, so it's literally Molly.
All right, well, let's run with it then.
Give me your best shot, Molly.
I mean,
Unless you want me
Molly
to like
knows-
throw something in as Big Pappy, but it's not gonna be good. I'll tell you that right now.
Hey, Molly knows Anand better than I do.
You mean-
so she
you
can
mean,
just help
Omega
me
Pally?
channel and pull his soul back because she would recognize his soul or something like that.
That's what you were trying to do. You were trying to pull his spirit back to
That's what I'm
him
saying, is that,
through words and actions.
She can help me by the fact that she's closer to him than I am. So, like, that connection can be helpful and give me a couple points.
Sure.
You know, no pressure. It's only his character on the line.
No, except Kelly, who has a shitty memory.
Well,
So.
yeah, but again,
But you know, Bond.
Molly doesn't have to
You know,
express herself
Nick.
with a ton of words to get the feelings across. That's why you picked this character and not another version of Phileas. So, by all means, what would Molly
I think all
say?
soft.
You're
kitty,
just trying to tug on
kitty.
Bond's heartstrings, basically.
Okay. First and foremost, I just want to see.
Oh, it's Bond that dropped. I thought it was Anand. Sorry.
No, it was Bond. Bond's the one that's dead.
Okay, well, yeah, you know Bond better than I do. So even if she just tries to focus on a thought of him, it can.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Molly wouldn't be there. She was with Anand.
Oh yeah,
I know it was
yeah,
like,
that's true.
sure, is he?
Yeah,
he
How
never
about
mind.
Cleabor? How about Cleabor? Because
You're in the forest. You haven't
Oh, were we
seen
on the
them
forest?
yet.
So,
I thought we were
do
at
you
our-
want to put something in there as Big Pappy? Because it's literally Lucas, Big Pappy, Bond, right? Crixus, and the High Argonaut. Unless the High Argonaut's got something to put in there.
If you want me to do the High Argonaut, I can. Then I'll
you tell me
rate
it's
myself.
High Argonaut or Big Pappy. So I mean,
I'll let you guys decide who speaks.
I'm out of this one. You gotta tell me.
Hold on.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I feel.
Gavin, even
that
or odd?
Dr. Pappy would be-
Even or odd?
Let's say even.
Even? Alright, Argonaut speaks.
Okay. He walks forward and says, Bond, in all of my many years, even prior to forming the Heroes Guild, very few souls have presented themselves with a hero's spirit like you. You stand against all odds. You fight with your heart and all of your might for what is right and for what is good. Sure, there may be talks. There may be those who think you are unconventional. There may be those who at times have questioned that whether or not you truly have the spirit of a hero. But I can see it in your eyes, and I know your soul. Your very essence inspires all around you. And you think you have the right in this moment to die when the world needs you the most? How dare you allow your spirit to depart for the other side? Right when the world needs you greater than they ever have before. Come back, Bond. This world needs you more than it ever has. And you do not have the right to betray it through death. And I'm going to give myself a 2 on that one, by the way. So,
Favoritism at its finest. But alright, whatever.
favoritism that benefits you.
Yeah, true, very true.
So, Crixus, I need an intelligence ability check.
Oh, intelligence. Okay.
So hold
Yes.
hold on, real quick. I would like to say, anytime Lucas has ever pulled divination, he has always snapped his fingers, almost as a show that that's how that has to work.
Okay.
It has always been a show just to make.
And you can
the
use it
people-
for any d20 roll.
Yeah, and he's always used that almost as just basically because it's just a muscle memory comfort thing to do. God damn it! I was gonna do a thing, but fine, that works anyway.
It's
Never
not a
mind.
save though. You rolled that wrong.
Oh.
It's a spellcasting ability check.
Yeah, but he still
Roll
rolled a
it again.
19, so I'm just gonna let that happen.
A 19. Okay, that's fine.
I was gonna do a
So-
thing, but fuck it, that works just fine.
Bon, I need you to go into the notes section of your character tab. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need you to go down to the very bottom of notes. I'll go ahead and do it
Uh-huh.
for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on, pause for a moment. Can we not at least admit that fucking Lee just rolled a 19 to bring this dude back? Like, amazing roll, my man.
You have one death. That means the bond between your soul and your body is slightly weakened, meaning it will be harder to bring you back in future deaths. Just so you know. You will get a -2 to all spellcasting ability checks to revive you for every time you have died.
Okay,
Yeah,
that sucks,
so-
but dude, Lee, fucking baller roll at a crux moment, my man.
Yeah.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
I will not tell you what
19?
DC
Hell
was,
yeah.
but that was clutch. So a 19 plus. Oh wait, you don't get so that would actually be a 24. So that was a 28 total. Yeah. Bon, you feel in just a sudden moment. Nick, can you hear me? Just want to make sure you have your mic on.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing
Okay. So in this moment, as you are hugging Raven, suddenly you feel yourself get pulled back as you get ripped out of Raven's arms, and you reach for her, but you can't make it as your soul continually gets pulled further and further, as you're almost as if your body is stretched. It is painful. You feel like agony in your back as it's like you're being sucked into a black hole. And
I would imagine Raven, as like I guess seeing this happen, just gives me a big push, like she's trying to help the process.
And she does, as you get just straight up yeeted across you go over the edge of the island and you roll like Dragon Ball Z style, bouncing across the surface of the water. It hurts. Resurrection is not a pleasant experience. Your entire soul is in agony as Raven says to you, "Until next time, my dear friend. But I better not see you too soon."
Yes. Dear friend, I will conquer this foe that has killed me, and then maybe we'll see each other again.
And she gives you the Dark Sun salute.
She gets the Dark Sun suit right back.
And suddenly, Anand, your vision goes black when...
A nod?
Or not Anand, I mean Bon. Your vision goes black, and then very slowly, your eyes begin to open, and you just... It feels like you haven't breathed in minutes. Granted, it's been less than a minute since all of this happened, but bodies, dead bodies don't breathe. So you awake feeling like you just ran a marathon.
As soon as he takes a breath, he gets 11 points of healing.
Okay, and you come to, laying on your back in an immense amount of pain. But you're alive. And I will let you guys take this moment.
So, by the way, just to throw it out there, trees are still smacking the shit out of Big Pappy, and that does not mean just because we're running through the forest we're headed in the right direction by any means. We're just in the forest smacking through a bunch of trees.
Are you in the frying pan when all this was going down?
I feel that would probably be the most appropriate spot of like a flat surface to do a
Okay.
actual resurrection.
Not only do you feel like you just ran a marathon, but your first breath smells like musk, pizza, and grease. And like not good pizza either.
And
Like
sweet
it's
rolls.
just
And sweet
greasy, sweet, musky sweat. Your first breath is not a good one, is what I'm saying.
By the way, the pan is meticulously clean because he's a chef and he keeps his like actual cooking utensils like well kept. His body, personal hygiene is kind of questionable. His cooking utensils are quite clean.
But what do you guys do? And you see that he's alive. You know that the ritual was a success, and he is alive.
That bitch. Oh, fuck.
Again, you feel like you just ran a marathon.
I think Lucas would take his hat off. His eyes, which are usually red glowing orbs, turn back to regular pupils because that's the enchantment from the hat. He lays the hat on his knee. Okay. I think a plan is in place. A plan is needed. And first of all, anybody has ability to send some messages. Let's let Anad and Molly know where we're going so that they're not just thinking that we're still lost in the fight. If not, I'm sure Miss Lily can find somebody, or she herself can send that off. But not okay. Not okay.
I'm just gonna lay here for a minute.
I
Who
really,
knew?
I've always thought as you and Anad as sort of the leader of the group,
Yeah.
but
Well,
this was, we sat in a trap in the middle of nowhere when we had a
no.
castle ready for these jokers to just come in here and do this.
Yeah, I agree. This is not really well thought out.
And I'm going to look over at the guildmaster and I'm going to sit out here and say, look, I don't mean to be rude. Don't. This was failure. This was critical failure at a critical time. Going forward, you don't make the calls. Not with us. Not after this. We understand one another?
He says,
I don't
And,
care.
um,
I'm going to tell you this is how it is. If you don't want to work with us on that, that's fine. I'm telling you, I'm not asking you.
he says, look, a key trait of wisdom is acknowledging when there are those who are better suited to the job than yourself. You made it to number 1 for a reason, and it would be foolish of me to pretend otherwise. It's why I know all of you needed to survive this. Your guidance and your skill would be crucial in the coming days. And it would be my sincerest honor to supply emergency powers to all of you in these trying times.
That takes a lot to say that, and I appreciate that. We know that they can infiltrate. Do you have any kind of countermeasures so that your people can know what to look out for if someone's trying to infiltrate?
It's going to have to be conventional, any countermeasures that we have. I'm a master historian when it comes to the creatures of this world, and if it is true that she has all of the powers of a steel dragon when it comes to her shape-shifting ability, no magical countermeasures will work. Anything that would determine her true form will see her current form as her true form. Anything that would detect magic would technically work, but so would any of you light up like a fucking firefly the moment that somebody turned it on you, so that in and of itself also would not work. Just by the simple fact that among powerful warriors, who would not be clad in a host of magical gear? So then again, that also would not work. Any means that we have of countering her must be conventional.
Do you think
Like
you could,
code words, for example.
do you have anything that you could use to go ahead and let your people... We're about to start shooting out some messages once we get into Night 5.
If I could get to my headquarters or any branch of the Heroes Guild, I could send off a telegraph that would go to every branch of the Heroes Guild or any that I choose.
Could you send a message
But-
to somebody that could send a telegraph?
If we were to go to one where the guild master of that particular branch is a mage, then sure, which would be most of them.
We're about to get to some place that you can't teleport, but you could send messages. So think about that. Bond,
Yeah.
where's your head? What do you think?
Oh man. Yeah.
I
We,
feel my
I
liver
need
just-
some guidance here, my man.
yeah. We
I
need
know.
to find a
Welcome
way
back to the land of the living. Hit you with a
Yeah.
lot. If you need
Yeah.
to check out for a minute, I can run this, but I need you to tell me what to do here.
Your mental clarity is fine. It's physically that you just don't feel great, but you can think just
yeah.
fine.
I'm good, Lucas. I think I got a bearing of what's going on.
Then tell me what to do.
We need to find a way to. We could take 2 of them on at once, maybe 3, but not all of them at all. That is not an effective way of doing this. We need some way of just getting them. Maybe hitting them with a force, like with
I will,
every.
As the DM, I
major-
will say one thing here, because I want to make it abundantly clear, I'm not against you guys, right? And so, in any instance, I will swear to you now, if I'm in on any of your plans, I will, to the best of my ability, act in a reasonable and rational way, in a way that wouldn't sensibly act as though I have knowledge that I don't. And if I do, call me on it. You will not hurt my feelings.
Yeah,
Hey,
don't
if you
say
want
it,
to cast Earthquake through a magical dart, I'm just kidding.
But you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying. This is a collaborative storytelling thing. I don't want to get in the dynamic of a hostile dynamic between DM and player. I'm on your side. So if you go through strategies, I'm not going to employ countermeasures just because I know what your strategy is, if this is what I'm saying.
So, just as a side note, the potion of growth, or some of the abilities that Big Peppy has, only last for a minute. And now that Lucas is kind of set his piece,
It's been a minute.
right. He would probably start directing Big Pappy on where to go, just to make sure that we do not end in a very, very sticky
Bad
situation
place.
in Nightfine. By the way, y'all's little 1-shot or 2-shot through Nightfine could have been a lot worse. Just throwing that
Oh.
out there.
And Nick, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You were talking when I said all that. So,
Oh yeah. We really need to get together, put down all of their abilities, weaknesses, and strength, and really devise a plan against all of them.
the High Argonaut speaks and says, "The one that I'm worried about the most is the black one, Ajiaraja. I shudder to think what would have happened if she'd actually devoured your soul, Bon. She was moments away from it."
Yes, yeah. Well, we smacked the absolute shit out of her, so killing her by herself, I don't think would be a problem. But that
But
did
it's a
hurt.
matter of, even if they do separate, I doubt they will ever take the chance of leaving themselves alone.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm sure that
Or
even
three
if
at a
on
time.
their own, even if you were to get one of them by themselves, they would likely have reinforcements at the ready.
More than likely.
But all in all, through this, in my 50 years of being a hero, I can, I think, reasonably say that all of you have packed that much experience into a year.
This guy's is he an elf or a human?
Half elf. He has a lifespan of
Okay.
about 180 years.
Yeah. I'm about to say, are we fighting with a 70-year-old man?
He's about there, but again, he
it's
looks about
different between being
middle-aged for a
70-year-old
half elf.
human and a 70-year-old half elf, like
Yeah.
half elf, whatever.
Elves age at about half the rate, so a 70-year-old
I'm with
half
you.
elf
I
would be
just
like a
didn't-
human who's like 35.
I just didn't feel like we were committing elder abuse, bringing this guy into a fight.
Physically, he looks like somebody who's in his mid-30s.
One of the things, Lucas, we probably need to also deal with is these. I know you can't speak, but I know you can hear me. These list of people to go after for help in this war. We probably need to knock some of them off too.
and maybe in the process kill some of these Diamond Guard members.
Where did I put that? Did I put it in the hero contracts? Okay, yeah. So the High Argonaut speaks up and says, the easiest one to likely, just for sheer proximity, would be Ayla Briggs. She leads a band of outriders known as Arclight Regalia. We, as of our current location, your fortress stands at the precipice of the wild plains of Alarath, which is where she inhabits. If we're lucky, we could find her in less than a day, perhaps in hours, if we're able to somehow pinpoint her location. Again, they are nomads, but
there's not anybody I can't find. If it's something that takes interplanar travel, I can handle that.
no, she's right here in the wilderness of the wild plains of Alarath.
Well, I could find her, and I mean, there's some risk involved in that. I know.
Well, the wild plains themselves are very dangerous. Orcish tribes, goblins, and lycanthropes are plentiful in the wild plains.
Whatever.
Not terribly worried about that comparatively to what we just came from.
Yeah, nah. So, one of the things is also, what does their main force look like? We obviously just saw their strongest people. What does their army look like? Are they a bunch
Historically,
of dragonborns?
from what I was able to discover, is a mixture of undead and dragons.
Undead and dragons. Seems like a lot of our holy magic wielders are going to be very beneficial.
Isn't that like Neston and his people? Over at the Dwarven capital?
You speak of the Order of Shield and Light, and yes, this does certainly sound within their wheelhouse. However, might I suggest another course of action? Freaking cat, you need to move. Sorry, I was looking something up.
So I know they got teleported in there, the Diamond Guard. Did their main forces get transported through there
a
also?
lot of people teleport. I don't think, unless they have something I'm not aware of, which is entirely feasible. Like, I can teleport 8 people at a time with a spell, and that's a fairly high level spell.
He says, I have one bit of information we might consider. This is confidential, but I think as though it is important that you be brought into the loop. 112 years ago, when Zeos was destroyed, a rumor was circulated, and notice I say rumor, that Dorian Stormbringer fell in that battle. What if I told you that he was still alive?
I personally definitely do. But
like,
not as
I'm
Lucas
not there,
or Big
but
Pappy.
I think we know that.
What does that mean? There's people that we've
I will tell you exactly what it means.
from back then that have survived.
I'm going somewhere with this, I promise. 112 years ago, Dorian Stormbringer, through the help of the Silver-Tongued Shadow of the Angel of Death, he was transformed into a gold dragon. And thanks to a blessing of Bahamut, that true polymorph that he underwent lost its one and only weakness. That is his true form now. Even a dispel magic could not remove it. He currently leads a group of warriors that are dedicated to defending this world from threats that come from the outside of it. That seems pretty relevant to now, doesn't it? They call themselves the Order of the Wardens. Not many know of their existence. That could be one other option we would consider.
I'm just gonna put it out here. Are we continuing the fight of these people from a century ago? I mean, I talked to one person that was saying that someone we need to talk to is the king of the underground city, because that's the grandchild of the Silver Tongue Shadow that you said, and then you're telling us that this Dorian is also someone that would be a powerful person. It almost seems like we're just bringing back heroes of old. Is that our primary objective here? That we just need to bring back the defenders of the old school Avengers, essentially, to save the planet?
Says, do you see a problem with this notion?
No, I'm just asking what our priorities are. Do we need to start making our own defenses, or do we need to start reaching out to these old heroes? What
I think a
in
little
your
bit of
opinion,
both.
Is your primary? To be honest, we can, once we get to Nightvine, I can send us to somewhere else. I can send us to the underground city. I can go ahead and get those plans and move. I mean, we're pretty banged up, don't get me wrong, but I could get us there. I'm just gonna get there banged up. But we can
He
do
says
that
to
today.
you, well, again, as we just recently agreed upon, you're the vanguard of all this. It sounds as though that is your decision to make.
I'm gonna be honest. If these people are as powerful as you're implying, that takes the highest precedence, because me getting healed is not as important as getting these people to step up and fight. Bond, what do you think? I'm just speaking out loud here to everybody.
I understand what you're saying, and does sound like a very high importance. But do we want to? I mean, we can show them the ragged beating we just got, and maybe they'll be more entitled to join us. But it seems like if they're trying to protect from this group of guardians, are trying to protect from things that are out of this world, this would be their main focus and goal to the war effort.
Or the alternative plan would be to go after this Ayla Briggs. She has thousands of vehicles, many of which would be tanks. That would certainly be a great benefit on the front lines.
Yes. Throwing it out there. I'm hurt. Big Pappy is leaving a trail of blood as he runs through this forest profusely. But I'm just throwing it out there. We didn't fight on the front lines. We fought their 5 folks. Do we just need the powerful people that can do this? Here's where my head's at. I really think Bond would be a phenomenal person to talk to the king of the underground city. I'm sorry, what was the name of the underground city?
Darkholm.
Darkholm, thank you. Of Darkholm. Apparently, Bond worships the god. That person is the...
You speak of Rizel Dromakiel.
Yes.
Their
they worship
Governor
the same
King.
person. And I think that, Bond is a phenomenal diplomat. That would be probably someone great for him to talk to, but you're telling us that this is probably somebody else that we need to talk to first. Before we
I'm
go
leaving
off and
it
deal
up
with
to your
goblins and so-and-sos, I'd kind of like to go to a guarded city where we can have a diplomatic mission and not deal with some outcasts and bandits and such, which we could normally deal with very easily. I'm very hurt right now. I don't really want to deal with all that because I am profusely bleeding. Not as much as Big Pappy, but I'm hurt right now.
He hands
Yes.
Big Pappy, which in this instance, Big Pappy would be like,
Agree.
dink. I have 2 potions of supreme healing for whoever who would like it.
As he tries to give one to me, I'm just like, no need. And I take the top off one of the darts that I have, and I down it.
I would say Lucas force feeds you one of the supreme healing potions so that you.
I
don't get
just
choice.
downed a supreme healing or a
I
greater healing
understand.
potion.
This is a character thing for Lucas.
Oh,
He's
okay,
not
for
letting
Lucas.
you just not.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay,
that's
so
gonna
roll.
be-
That's 10d4 plus 20.
So what is supreme or greater better?
This is a supreme is the best.
Oh, it's the best. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just got a greater. I just took a greater one, and then also a supreme
And
one.
I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it out there. You also take another 10 healing from another healing word from Lucas.
Okay. Sweet. So that's gonna knock me down to 121.
But he says to you, "It's
What
this
was
is
the
all. Keep
supreme
in
roll?
mind, the battle will soon begin, and I fear as though our entire fighting force will be slaughtered without immediate reinforcements."
Yes. What was the supreme healing potion again?
10d4 plus 20.
Well, he got 2 of them because he took the dart thing that he had, and then I.
That which is a
made-
greater.
One, two.
Supreme is 10d4 plus 20, and a greater is 44 plus 4. So that's 43.
43.
And then you said a greater, right?
A greater, yeah.
It's
That's
44 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4.
Yep. 56. You heal for 56.
56. Okay.
Plus 10 more is 66.
6d6. Okay.
Like 6, not 6d6.
Yeah, 6. Okay.
Dude, you're still full health? You never took a touch enough?
She got the fuck out of there on
Yeah.
like round
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think round 1. Alright. Alright. That being said,
That dog was happy.
And Big Pappy, would he like with the other one?
no. Big Poppy's
No.
not gonna get it until other people are fully stable.
Lucas, would he get the other one?
No, he's making sure that Bond is getting everything right now.
So Bond's getting both of them.
Yeah.
Okay, Bond, roll another 10d4.
Thank you then.
Lucas
And
is
you
okay. He's not great, but he's okay. Big Pappy is rough, but Big Pappy is
it's another 45 points of healing.
that's a character flaw of Big Pappy. Is he cares more about making sure other people are protected before he takes care of himself.
Okay, Bond, you feel great actually.
Yeah.
Now you feel like 90% at this point. You can actually stand without too much effort now.
Yeah.
Bond, what do you want to do? Do you want to go to Darkholm, or do you want to deal with this person with an army of tanks?
Let's go to Darkholm real quick, and then we can see about the army of tanks.
Well, first we got to get to Nightvine. We cannot
Yeah.
teleport anywhere if we don't get out of this forest. But I wanted to at least
Yeah.
get us somewhere
mean,
that
well,
we're gonna. Be
I'm
safe.
gonna
I would like.
I'm gonna assume this is like a Hulk style charge that Big Pappy's doing, right? Like he's dashing every turn. You guys are covering
Oh
ground.
yeah, he
is
is
what it
100%
sounds like.
just going because he doesn't know where he's going, what he's doing. He's just going off the
Directions. Basically that you're giving.
Not necessarily going off the faith that his companions know what it is that he should be doing.
So I'm gonna say it doesn't take you long. Granted, literally as you were beginning to approach, Nightvine would have just heard, and they're a bit on defense when you get there, but they see you and immediately drop their guard.
Just to make it clear, because I took some time to build up Nightvine. Can you do me a favor and roll a luck check? Because there are times where we might have been near where the city would have been, and it doesn't have to change anything. It could just be the amount of time that it took there.
A luck check.
Most people, it takes days to get to actually where they're supposed to go. If they know where they're going, it takes about an hour.
Okay.
This is just for me because I spent
What
a lot of
when
time
you say a
building
luck
that.
check, like what are you wanting me to roll
Just roll a
specifically?
D20. Sorry, I've been watching D20. Dimension 20. Roll literally a D20. If it's above 10, it's a positive. If it's below 10, it's a negative.
14.
Good luck check. Okay, then we're gonna say happenstance. the actual city within the forest is near the edge of where we entered from. So that would make sense that we could get there in just a few minutes.
Cool. And you are there, and you immediately, you, here, let me look up some... Oh, so you see a battalion of witches at the perimeter of the city, and you even see, like, arthropod, and, Miss Lily happens to be there, and she's got her wand at the ready, and she lowers it as you approach and says, "By the blazes, Lucas, you scared the devil out of us. All we heard was an earthquake approaching in our direction. Who's your rather large friend?"
I think Big
Have they met?
Pappy... No.
I don't think they've met, yeah.
No. Big Pappy is a knight. He would probably, like, stop and bend the knee and take a courteous bow while he bends the knee and horrendously farts as he does. To the point at the size that he's at, like, trees billow in the opposite direction.
At
And
this
he will
point,
hold out a hand to take her hand, like, cordially, but he is also, like, his hand is the size of
Of
a
her.
bison, and because he's shrunk by one size at this point.
so he's gargantuan now.
Yeah, so his hand is literally the size of a bison, holding it out to take her hand and, like, nod to it. Not, like, kiss it, but, like, just to, like, you know, politely do this thing.
Okay. And she says to you also, because she's informed, right? She keeps track of things that go on. She looks at you.
She is very informed of everything Lucas is doing, to the point that she
Yeah.
is a helicopter mom from, like, doing probably more than she probably should.
But she also knows the world, right? She pays attention to current events.
Within reason. They're kind of not involved, but yeah.
Yeah, but she herself takes an interest because you're out there. You know, you're part of the world. So she looks at you, Crixus, and just says, "You look familiar, but I can't quite place where." And my goodness, she looks at all of you and sees how wounded you are. What happened? Come here. I could fetch you some potions. As she finally takes on the helicopter mom thing. I can see how wounded you all are. What happened? What have you gotten yourselves into?
I like this lady already. Potions would be nice.
We ran into the Black Diamond God.
She blinks for a second, and she looks at you, Bon, and she says, "There's something grim. The bond between your soul and your body, it's weaker than it should be."
A little faded? Yeah, it's because I got power word killed.
Oh, we got power word too. That's hard. That's rough.
Can you... Time is crucial. We have other allies that are running towards the city near where the battle was. Can someone send a message to Molly or Anad that we're here? We got separated. They don't know that we're here right now.
I can send one right away, and I'll even do you one better. She pulls a scroll out of her bag and flashes it to you. You read the text. It's in a... Do you speak Draconic?
No.
No, but you speak
I
Elvish,
think
right?
I
Oh,
do.
Okay. All arcane script is written either Draconic or Elvish. I'll say in this instance, it's an Elvish, and you read it, and it's a scroll of teleport. She's gonna cast message, and then she's gonna use Galder's Speedy Courier, and she's sending off that scroll.
Yeah, I let them know that they need to teleport to Pon's domain, to the outskirts of the forest, and I again, while this is happening, just get them here quickly. We have a lot to discuss because they're gonna need a guy to get through the forest.
In that instance, the moment she sends it off, we'll just say that since you guys are in the actual city of Nightvine, just for brevity's sake, and because, so well on the luck roll, as soon as she sends it off, Anand and Molly just show up, just moving at just freaking breakneck speed on the carpet, with Molly literally hanging onto it like the paraglider from Legend of Zelda, as they're on fire, as they just appear through this and like run into a building. They were literally being pursued the moment they teleported, but they're there.
I just want to turn to High Argonaut and be like, start sending messages to whom you need to send messages to. Someone here can assist you with that. And then I'm just going to turn to Bond, seeing him actually, like, not dying. Stage is yours. And Lucas is just going to kind of retract within himself.
Okay. In this moment, the High Argonaut reaches into his bag of holding, pulls out a telegraph, and immediately just.
Okay. Yes. Let's go down to the city, and see if we can recruit them to help us in the fight efforts. And another person I would say would be able to speak very well to and resonate very well to is the pirate fellow that we were told that would be very crucial and help.
You speak of the Pirate King, Connor Blaze.
Yes. Considering I was once a pirate myself.
I must admit, me applying that onto the list was a bit of a Hail Mary. He has a tendency towards self-interest, and while, of course, I understand the reasoning that this is a threat to everybody, someone who acts purely out of self-interest may view the entire scenario in a way that perhaps they come out of the winner above all of them. Perhaps they wait until both sides kill themselves and swoop in to take the remaining of what's left. Is it a flawed way of thinking? Sure, but I could see a pirate thinking exactly that.
I have a way of persuading someone. I think it'll be fine.
His ships could be a great boon to the war effort.
Yeah. Hell, I think I might, maybe, this one's a little more of a Hail Mary for at least Molly Crush. I think I might be able to get him to join the Dark Suns as pirateers like me and Raven did.
He's a king. Wouldn't it be sort of reducing himself in that instance?
Yeah. Somewhat be reducing himself. But who knows?
I will say I have every faith in your group to save us. You have proven yourselves time and time and time again, to the point where I would argue that you rival the might of the 7 deadly sins themselves. So,
I don't think I can be put on the standards of Suzuki himself. He's god level. There's no way.
your devotion to your deity is indeed admirable, but I think you don't give yourself enough credit.
But anyways, yes, to Darkholm, I think, right? Correct? Is that where we're going?
You tell me, guys.
That's that's underground city. Yeah,
That's the Dark Elf City.
Dark Elf City.
At this point, Big Pappy passes out.
Yeah, that's fine.
From blood loss.
He's a hemorrhagic shock, yeah. But he continuously shrinks. He would probably stay large for a couple hours. I mean, mechanically, but
Yeah.
if anybody would be kind enough to heal him, But
I mean, these are witches. They have potions.
no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
The point of it was he wanted to make sure everyone else in the party was well off before he took any healing.
I would say at this point he could probably get. I mean, there's a alchemy shop, and they're not completely heartless. So somebody would probably bring him like maybe. Let's just roll a d4 and see how many superior healing potions he
Because here's
gets.
the thing: so Lucas is rough, but Crixus is also bad. So he's not going to take anything until Crixus is not in danger anymore.
Okay. So I would say Miss Lily would also walk up to Crixus and say, "By the way, I think I know who you are. I read, I follow the papers, and look, Lucas is like a son to me. Know that it gives me great comfort to know that an ally as powerful as yourself is backing him up on the battlefield." She's talking to you, Lee.
Oh. I didn't realize she was talking to me. Okay. Okay. Sorry.
Did you hear what I said, or do I need to repeat it?
Go ahead and repeat it.
She walks up to you and says, "And by the way, it's not as if I don't know who you are. I read, I pay attention to current events, and I must say it gives me great comfort to know that someone with the prowess that you have is backing them up on the battlefield. Lucas is like a son to me, and the rest of them, I've come to grow quite fond to them as well. So, promise me you'll do everything you can. Look out for them, and I'm sure they will return the favor."
Hey, while we're sitting here, can we just say go ahead and take a short rest?
Yes, absolutely. You can take a short rest.
Yeah. Then I would say Big Pappy could expend some hit point, or
Yeah, by all
Yeah.
means, roll. You can roll up to
Hit
half your
die.
hit dice to take a short rest.
that should get me all the way healed. Yep, sweet.
But yeah, it seems
we-
as though
we gotta-
Crixus that your
oh.
reputation precedes you.
Now, we don't have a bard with us anymore. We have Crixus. Can't get a sign of rest.
Yeah.
No,
sorry.
but
Is
Artificers
it
gives
the
you all
one-
other kinds of benefits,
The
though.
first fight that Voss is not in is like the first fight where Song of Rest would have been awesome.
Actually, benefits. Yeah. Okay.
But again,
rest.
one of your first actions of this character was literally to bring somebody back from the dead.
Dude,
So-
against anything else, if it got snowed on by any means, you brought somebody back, you rolled a 19, which is a fucking amazeballs roll. So if anybody else was just like, oh yeah, then we did the thing, dude, fucking phenomenal intro for your character to heal stuff.
Also,
Yeah.
I pursued, I think it was Malaria. Marlia Tox.
Yeah, Marlia
put
Tox.
Put some fucking damage on her.
You did.
Before, and took some damage, like took a bunch of shots. Like, I did damage tanked and had a revive in there. So no, I'm pleased with the character.
Yeah, unless you guys just do something way out of fucking left field this game, I don't predict there being any more combat this session. I'm predicting mostly RP, so you can exhale.
Yeah, so let's go to this Underdark City real quick and talk to this
So
king or whatever.
So
I
you know
will-
his name. His name is King Rizel Dromakeel.
Can I have just a quick moment with Miss Lily?
Absolutely. The floor is yours for the rest of the session.
Okay.
Well, the whole group's for the rest of the session.
I'm just gonna just talk to her and just. I know Nightfine is independent, except when it isn't needed to be.
We have a right to defend ourselves. That is within our creed. If something presents a direct threat to us, yes, we can retaliate.
Where do you see us on this?
I think I'm going to speak to the council and do everything I can to convince them to interfere. I'm only one person, but I can say with confidence that I do believe I have a very persuasive case.
By the way, were you guys planning much more for tonight? Because I do have to get a shower and get to bed.
Probably just meeting with the King of Darkholm. I would say if you need to check out, that's fine, but I'd listen to the last probably 30 minutes of the recording to make sure you get it all.
Okay. Still posting on the same place?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, if it's a half an hour more, yeah, I need to go ahead and get a shower and get to bed. All right, cool.
I mean, I was planning on going towards till 11. But if you can't stay, I get it.
Yeah, I'm having to drive an hour to work now, so I need the extra sleep.
I get you, man. Just do yourself and me a favor and just get yourself up to speed whenever you can.
Yeah, I'll check the last half an hour you said.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
trying to find when I left.
I'd say exactly about the last 40 minutes or so, because
30 to
we're
40
gonna go for another like 37 minutes.
All right, sounds good.
So, all right, man.
I
See ya.
I don't want to just give you tasks, but this was rough.
What
And
happened? Tell me everything.
We were having our war council, which was not where I intended it to be. I summoned a castle for us to have it at, but I was just kind of following the motions like I like to do. And we were not in the castle. We were out in some random field with a tent to have our war council at. The High Argonaut was there along with someone, someone that we thought we knew, right? A nod's essentially very close, wink wink. Sorry, the defense mechanism making jokes. A nod's girlfriend was there, but it wasn't actually her. And we
You
thought
speak
it was.
of the Grand Prior.
Is she the Grand Prior?
Yeah, she's the Grand
yeah.
Prior.
Well, yes.
Basically the highest religious
Yeah.
symbol in the land.
Which I thought it was a little weird that we might be getting spied on, so I threw up some spells with detect magic and true seeing to make sure that we were being spied on as we discussed plans, and nothing pinged. But it turned out that it was actually one of their vanguard. She put a knife in a nod, and she actually was fully geared to the teeth, and I couldn't see it. I missed it. I missed it.
It wasn't I'm sure it wasn't a flaw of yours.
I
They-
missed it, and the nod got stabbed, and he got hurt. And then she ran off and she signaled for her friends and her allies and the rest of this Black Diamond, and they all swooped down on us. And Crixus got hurt, and everyone got hurt. And Bond got killed.
She pulls you in.
And it's not the way it's supposed to go. It's not the way it's supposed to go. And we got out. Anad and Molly had to run off. But Bonnie got killed. And Anad really got hurt. And if he hadn't have been wearing a cloak at the time, he would have gotten killed before anything had even happened, before we could even react. And I'm not okay right now. I'm not okay right now. And I've always been 2 steps ahead. And I knew these people were coming. And we thought we were prepared, and we weren't. And I don't I've only had one other time where it was like this before, and I got mad and I prepared, and we had time before this to get ready, and I thought I was ready, and we weren't. So
You speak of Kaleem.
I'm
She
not-
says, these monsters, and she, seeing you emotional, it's tough for her. She says, these monsters, they're truly as powerful as they say, aren't they?
it's not even fair. It's like they brought cheat codes in with them. It's just not. Their spells are more powerful than I've seen. It takes so much to just even resist some of the simplest spells from them. Their accuracy is ridiculous. It's not a fight that is meant to win. If we take them all on, it is. We have to play this. We have to use every advantage that we have, or we are not going to survive.
But what's so different about this? You've faced powerful foes before, and you've persevered every single time.
Because there's always a flaw to manipulate. There's always something to it, right? It's their hubris. It's they're weak against something that they want everyone. It's something. There's just too many all at once if they're all together.
She says, you're really scaring me right now, Lucas. I've never seen you afraid like this.
It's not so much I'm afraid, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself, and I'm just not. It's a hard pill to swallow when you think that you can handle
Would you be okay with Bond being within hearing distance of this conversation?
No, I'm talking to the room.
She turns to Bond and says, tell him, you can beat them, right? Hope is not lost. You are going to win.
Yeah, we can beat them. We just can't beat them all 5 together. It's not possible. Not our group. Maybe if we had, like, the Heroes working with us, we might have a chance if our entire group, both of our groups combined,
And
tried
the
to
Heroes
face
of
them.
Requiem, where are they?
As far as I know, I think they're fighting in Venaro.
They'll make it out, right? They have to. They'll make it out.
And Venaro is a different beast in himself.
He's a dragon. They fought dragons before. You can tell she's visibly shaken.
Look.
They can't beat them without Molly. There's a balance to this world. There's a yin and a yang. And unless certain metrics are met, certain weights are put on each side of the scale, certain forces cannot win. As far as that red dragon is concerned, unless Molly is there, we cannot win. And I don't know what it takes to deal with the Black Diamond card, but I can tell you, if there's all 5, that's not a fight we can win.
So we devise a trap. We devise a plan. We give them reason that they have to separate. There's too many fronts for them all to stay together.
Maybe. I'm not going to say that it's not a possibility. I'm just saying it will never be like what it was today again.
I believe in you. I believe in all of you.
Let's just say it's tough because with Kaleem and with, the past people we fought,
yes, they had some minor underlings. Yes, they, had some powerful powers, but it's like fighting 5 Kaleems all at once with different abilities, different powers, different weaknesses, and some complement the other. And if they're together, the weaknesses are even more narrow. It's difficult, but it's
And
not impossible. Nothing's
Their
impossible.
teamwork, how
They don't seem to care about each other, and that might be a weakness. But as soon as we get them down to low health, they start playing like master strategists.
They don't take it seriously until they need to. And none of them want to operate cohesively. It's all independently. And ba-ba. And I'll tell her all the things. Hey, this one had a sniper rifle. This one had, a high casting. Was very good at casting
Some
stuff.
of them,
like, a lot of the specific
some of them were
mechanics of the fight.
siblings. Some of them were siblings.
actually you guys were told technically they're all siblings,
Oh.
theoretically speaking. They were all created by Dargathoth.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just going to kind of... I can't just sit here right now when there's things to do.
Of course.
Agreed, Lucas.
And I'm going to reach into my bag and I'm going to hand her something. Can you make or talk to someone that can make some bullets with this condensed part in here? And I'm going to hand her the vial of poison that I have from the fight that we had with the centipede monster that has some extremely virulent poison. And I wanted to do this myself, but I don't have the time, the mental capacity, I don't have the headspace right now to do this. Can you see if you or someone else can coat some bullets with this? And I hope it'll help us in the next encounter that we have.
I can do so, but I just hope it's enough.
It's not going to be the only thing that does it. It's just one more tick on our side of the scales. You need to get to Darkholm if that's what Bond wants to do. So
Okay,
I can get us there, but I can't do a lot today. So Bond, are you ready to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Bond, are you ready to go? We ready to get everybody together? We good?
Yeah, we're good. Got it.
All right. Well, Miss Lily.
She looks at you and she says, "You are not allowed to die. Do you understand me?"
I'm not gonna die today, and neither is anybody else here in our group.
Already done it once. Don't plan
Nope,
to do it
you
again.
didn't die. You just went out for a bit, but you didn't die.
Okay. Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. No.
I'll get him out to the outside of Thor's, and as soon as we do, we'll get to Darkholm.
Okay, so what we're probably gonna do, we're gonna call it when you guys teleport to Darkholm, because we have most of our players that aren't here, and I'd like them to be involved. So,
Alright.
this is something to pick up next session. As you cast teleport, you find yourself in a dark subterranean city, so lit by bioluminescent mushrooms and streetlights, with a lot of dark elves that you see in your immediate vicinity, as well as some changelings. There should be a decent bit of changelings that live there too.
So just to be clear for next session, who all is with us in this? Is
Everybody. Everybody's with you.
High
It depends whether you
Argonaut,
would have
Big
wanted to take him
Pappy?
with you or not. I'll say Big Pappy, no. But would you have wanted to take the High Argonaut?
Well, the Big Pappy would potentially come. It really depends on where the bar that he protects is.
I'll say that you could take him, but think about it this way. Starlight has never been in more danger than she is right now. I imagine he'd probably want to be next to her.
I don't know how he was where he was last session, so
We'll just say that he just happened to be. She was touring, right, and he
I-
diverted.
I would imagine he'd be trying to get back to Starlight. So
Yeah, I would say so. But would you have wanted to bring the High Argonaut with you? You can do literally anything you want to.
Yeah,
If you want to take him,
I would think he's got political value.
he certainly does. But you guys have been granted emergency powers. Temporarily, you effectively have control of the Heroes Guild.
Is there anything that he would bring to benefit by leaving him in Nightfang as opposed to bringing him with us?
Maybe not, other than just not really, not anything you could think of.
I'd probably say come with us.
Okay.
Again,
That's fine.
I'm making it very clear. Bond is in charge. I just keep mouthing off. Bond is in charge. If Bond wanted to bring him, then that's what happens. If he did not,
Yeah, it's fine to bring him. Yeah.
Okay, so he's there. Again, you guys have been to Darkholm before. And yeah, with that, you're left licking your wounds, realizing that you're not quite as all-powerful as you thought you were. But I don't think any of you guys have lost hope yet.
Nah.
And we will see where this goes. The battle is likely beginning very soon, if it hasn't already started. You don't know the fate of the Heralds of Requiem. You don't know what's going on with them. I actually, between now and next session, planned on literally on Fantasy Grounds role-playing that fight and just seeing what happens. So I'll probably actually go ahead and do that once we're done. But all right, guys, good session. I'm glad you're all alive.
I'll kill the recording.